under. But now it's your turn to face the fire. Control of my own, I'll never
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and those who broke the mold. It is Saturday night, and that means it is time for another edition of AAPW Heatwave. We've got a card stacked so high tonight that the state of Texas is trying to landmark it as a new wonder of the world. I'm your commentator, Garrett Schultz, joined by my new friend, Sam Gelfand. Sam, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. You know, this is my first time in Texas, and there is no place I would rather be than here at America's Academy of Pro Wrestling. For this edition of AAPW Heatwave, we have a stacked card tonight. All 4 championships on the line. You are not going to want to miss this edition of Heatwave.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Why don't we tell the people about them?
Oh, absolutely. Our first match tonight is going to be a gauntlet match for the new 24/7 365 championship, including 4 fantastic competitors and our newest champion, Warsaw. After that, we're going to have another fantastic match, a singles match between CJ Xavier and Christopher Black, and then another amazing tag team bout. This time, the Pretty Boys will be taking on Viva La Rasta, followed very closely by Zeke Rose and Kane Carter, looking to take care of that vacant social media championship, which we'll be learning more about here as the show starts. Afterwards, Aaron Atlas and Leroy Brown are going to go one-on-one for AAPW's heavyweight championship, followed very closely by Culture Shock taking on the brand new team of excellent champions Wentworth and Houston Hendricks. And finally, our fire main event, hotter than the heat wave itself, ladies and gentlemen, Lawrence Patello once again facing off against CJC for AAPW, America's championship.
For the second and final time.
Yes. Will tonight be the night that he finally claims victory over CJC? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Only one way to find out, but there's a lot of championship gold on the line tonight here at AAPW. The people are streaming in to our warehouse/training center here, and we are so thankful that all of you are joining us here live on whichever platform you may be, whether it's Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We're covering them all, and it's all AAPW.
Official AAPW, everybody. If you're not already following us, what are you doing? Click that follow button, click that subscribe button, whatever it takes.
Mash it.
You can stay up to date on all the latest action here at AAPW. Be sure to follow us on Facebook as well, where you can see more of the shenanigans with our 24/7 365 championship.
And it looks like that action is about to begin in just about any moment as the music has faded out at the ring. And we should be looking at our pre-match interviews coming up in just a moment.
Very closely, our ring announcer, Chet Cassidy, taking center stage to announce our interviewees. Pop down.
Now we'll drop out for now. We'll be right back with the beginning of the AAPW Heatwave. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah! All right, to those of you in attendance and the folks at home, you know what it is. It's Saturday night. It's hot. It's Saturday Night Heatwave! Welcome to AAPW. We have 7 exciting matches. 5 titles are on the line. Before we start, it is hot. We have concessions over there. Grab some water, grab some munchies, grab some food. We have our merch table with Nina the car over there. Some awesome t-shirts, things like that. I also want to acknowledge the man who keeps all of our athletes in tip-top shape and ready to perform for y'all. Dr. Schroeder is in the house. Give Dr. Schroeder a hand. Schroeder Chiropractic. The sign is right there behind y'all. Check him out. All right, and before we move on, I'd like to introduce to y'all the owner, the head trainer, and the Texas Wrestling Hall of Famer, Papa Don Rake.
All right, how we going, guys? We're ready for some wrestling action tonight? All right. We got a lot of matches on the card for you tonight. We have an announcement. June the 4th, we'll be back up here again at the APW Arena. That's June 4th, next Saturday, right here, June the 4th. As of the end of the month of June, we will not be having shows for the end of the month of June, making a big return back on July the 9th for our Summer Spectacular. We have shows already lined up, matches lined up for that one. We got a hardcore match, a ladder match, a trash can match, chair match, table. Everything will be thrown out that night on July the 9th right here at the APW Arena. So watch out for social media. Look for that match, for that show. That will be coming up, so you don't want to miss it, all right? I got some interviews right now, and right now with a burden in my heart, I have some news that we have to share with our fans here at AAPW and our fans watching us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. If you saw last week, or week before last, if you saw the injury that occurred to Marlon Casanova, he was injured in his match. He is here right now today, and he's got an announcement to make. So we're going to bring out, ladies and gentlemen, Marlon Casanova. All right. Well, Marlon, thank you for coming out tonight. I guess I'll let the fans know what happened. You were in a match with Leroy Brown. For those who watched the video, watched the match, an injury occurred, and of course you were seeing your doctor and specialist and whatnot, and of course you were given news. So you want to share with the fans what news you were given and what's going on right now with Marlon Casanova?
Yes, sir. First and foremost, I just want to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for allowing me to be here.
I got you.
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago, freak accident happened in the middle of the ring. Tore my ACL. 25 years young, got arthritis in my knee. Probably sometime in the future, I'm gonna probably need a knee replacement. So, career-ending injury. But I just want to thank all of y'all, every single one of y'all. I loved performing in front of each and every one of y'all. Those of y'all who are watching, y'all loved to hate Marlon Casanova. It's either you loved him or you hated him. I feel like y'all loved him all the time, so thank y'all for being a part of this journey. May God's grace be upon y'all and many blessings upon y'all, because this isn't an L in my life. This is not an L in my life. I have many things coming. you always got to look on the brighter side of things, because just because one bad thing happens in your life does not mean that it's the end of your life. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. With that being said, I now relinquish my social media championship. Tonight, y'all see a good match between Zeke and my rival, the best person I've been in the ring with, Kane. So it'll be a good match. May the best man win.
Marlon, AAPW wishes you the best. I know the fans here wish you the best, and the door's always open to you. This will always be your home here at AAPW. So whenever you want to come visit, say hello, come on by, brother. You're welcome here, all right? Thank you very much. Let's give it up for Marlon Casanova. All right. We will crown a new AAPW social media television champion tonight. As you heard, Zeke Rose, number one contender, against the other number one contender for the title will be Kane Carter. One-on-one right here. One man will walk out with that championship right here tonight. So that's going to be an exciting match. You don't want to miss it, all right? Right now, I want to bring out to you the number one contender for the AAPW America's Championship. And tonight is his last ride. He doesn't win it. He has to start from the very bottom and work his way back up. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out to you Mr. Lawrence Patello. Lawrence, last time we were here, you won a number one contenders match. You won the match. You faced CJC for the heavyweight championship of the AAPW America's Championship. You, of anybody, has had a run at that and have fallen short a few times.
Like I said in my promo a couple weeks ago, last chance. I don't get many last chances. It's the last chance for this title. And if I do not win this title, I don't get another shot. I'm starting back from the beginning, from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5, from the beginning, and I don't want to do that. So tonight, I'm bringing that title home to me.
You are aware. That's great. You got all that positive thinking, but here's the thing. You are aware who you're going against. This man has been unstoppable. Nobody has been able to dethrone him from the AAPW America's title reign for we're talking almost going into a year that he's been a champion. And you know how ruthless, methodical, he's friendly at sometimes, but he can be tough. He's a tough character.
CJC is tough, and I will give him that. For the past 3 matches that we had together, that man has taken me to my limits and beyond. But you know what? I think I got his number tonight, Pops. I think I have his number tonight, and I'm bringing that title back to AAPW tonight.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Lawrence Patello. just a quick announcement real quick. June the 4th, right here, next week, June the 4th, all right? Don't forget that. All right, bring out to you, I have not brought them out yet, but they pulled a major upset almost 2-3 weeks ago, a month ago, I want to say, that they pulled the upset. No one thought they would win this match, and they happened to win the AAPW Tag Team Champions. Let's bring out to you Maxwell Wentworth, Houston Hendricks, the AAPW Tag Team Champions. Well, gentlemen, everybody's been asking for an interview because you haven't been able to speak yet, but you've had some tough matches as tag team champions. And tonight, there's another tough match. You both are aware of that. Because you're going against one-on-one against a former tag team champions of Culture Shock right here tonight. So, Wentworth, I got to ask you, you've been a champion now for a short period of time. How does it feel to have a target on your back?
Most people would say that feels bad, but you know, Pops, I feel great. I feel refreshed. Because it sure as hell beats being somebody's butler, being underneath somebody, getting water spit on me, getting disrespected every week. And then now I got someone I can call a brother, a fellow trainee, fellow champion.
Houston, I got to say, the youngest champion here at AAPW. You won your first title, I think, when you were 15, 24/7. But now you're a team champion, and you got a partner in women. Give me your feeling. How does it feel to be a tag team champion?
You see, my entire time here at AAPW, I've been presented as the underdog, and quite frankly, I can't take it anymore. I am the youngest tag team champion ever at AAPW, along with Maxwell Wentworth. You see, I know we have a huge target painted on our back, but I'm ready to defend this championship and prove why we deserve it.
Well, I got to say this. You know, you guys are almost around the teenager side because of your ages, but, you know, I won't give your age out, Wentworth, but, I mean, you know, the thing is, you guys are young, and you got lots to learn, but you have these guys who are experienced, and they're looking for those tag team titles.
You're right. They are experienced. But we're younger, we're faster, we're more athletic, and sure, we beat who they couldn't beat. We beat Ruin Nation. Last time I checked, they sent them running out the door.
They're not here anymore.
Exactly.
They're not here. You're the champs.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, though. Culture Shock was very good champions. They were champions for 5 or 6 months about.
A long time.
Pretty long time anyway, but you know what? We're just better than them. They're not here anymore for a reason. We need these titles to prove ourselves.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Maxwell Wentworth, Houston Hendricks, the tag team champions. I want to do a quick shout out. I know you did one earlier, but I got to do a quick shout out real quick. Let's roll real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are aware, our poster board in the back that says Shoulder Chiropractic, this is our doctor right here who comes and takes care of the wrestlers here at AAPW twice a month on his free time. He donates it to us for all your chiropractic needs. Go see Shoulder Chiropractic. He'll change your life, I promise you. Go by and see him. Go by and get a card, or ask me for a card, and I'll give you one. All right? I'm ready to get the show on the road. Are we ready for some wrestling action? Let's get the show on the road. Here we go. Take it away, brother.
Our first contest is scheduled for, well, it is a 4-way elimination gauntlet for the AAPW 24/7 Championship. 2 men will enter the ring and fight until one is declared a winner. At that point, the next contestant will enter the fray. This will continue until all participants have been eliminated. The winner will remain the AAPW 24/7 champion. Introducing first, from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at 200 pounds and standing in at 5 feet 11. His name is Cash Paul!
Hi, everybody. Once again, Sam Gelfand and Garrett Schultz here for AAPW Heatwave, as we're about to have our opening contest tonight, this 4-way gauntlet.
That's right. We're gonna start with 2 competitors in the ring at one time. 1 fall, he's 1 elimination, and we're gonna keep going until 3 men have been eliminated, when we will have 1 man standing at the very end.
And of course, that 1 man standing will be the new 24/7 365 AAPW champion.
That's right, Sam. If you guys will
He
remember
is the
a few weeks
current
ago,
defending AAPW 24/7 champion, hailing from Marble Falls, Texas, standing in at 6'2" and weighing in 250 pounds, Warsaw!
and as I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, if you remember just a few weeks ago when the 24/7 365 championship was unveiled and sanctioned here at AAPW, Houston Hendricks defeated Warsaw for the title. But if you've been following us on Facebook, you'll have seen that Warsaw attacked Houston Hendricks while he was here working out in the middle of the arena and was able to pin him, and because of the rules of the 24/7 365 championship, legitimately won the title off of Houston, even outside of our sanctioned shows.
But you have to imagine that a gauntlet match of this nature will be stacked against Warsaw, because he's got to pin 3 men if he wants to continue to hold his championship.
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be one hell of a mountain to climb for Warsaw. It's definitely going to be a show of his resiliency and his power if he's going to want to take away the championship from this one.
So Cash Paul and Warsaw about to start us off here on AAPW Heatwave. Thank you so very much for joining us on whichever streaming service you may be viewing this on, Facebook, YouTube,
Your referee,
Twitch.
Trevor Blue.
Doesn't matter which you view us on, as long as you're watching, that's what matters.
That's all we need. We just need you guys to tune in and be entertained as these 2 competitors are about to beat the hell out of each other.
Sports entertained, perhaps. The bell sounds, and we are underway. And right now, here comes the feeling out process. I don't know if it's a smart idea for Cash Paul to be wanting to go for a Greco-Roman knuckle lock against someone like Warsaw, who clearly has easily 100 pounds on him.
Oh, Warsaw definitely has the power advantage in this one for sure. And I think Warsaw is kind of going to try to leverage the overconfidence of Cash a little bit to try to use that to his advantage, try to make Cash open up a little too quickly, try to show that test of strength, and then show him why he is the champion.
Well, it looks like Warsaw backed off by Trevor Blue, our referee.
A little bit of... Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, sir.
No, I didn't even get a thought out. You go ahead.
All right, all right. A little bit of animosity between Trevor Blue and Warsaw, as well as Trevor Blue was the last person to hold the Warsaw title before it became our 24/7 championship. However, an injury suffered by Blue outside of the ring forced him to vacate the title, which is then how Hendricks won it, and then how Warsaw took it back from Hendricks, and ooh, quick back into the action here.
Deep arm drags here from Cash Paul. Go behind, waistlock into the ropes. Rolls through, quick pin attempt, and Warsaw gets the shoulders off the mat.
It's still a little too early to go for a pin, it looks like, but Cash is definitely one for the quick victory.
Well, there's definitely 2 schools of thought. You may not want to go for a pin early, as there's a hip toss, or you go for frequent pins. You try to wear him down, and every time he has to kick out, that's a little bit more energy. And now Cash Paul expending a lot of energy, being held back by Trevor Blue, as he is giving Warsaw a chance to get back to his feet.
Oh, absolutely. Trevor's going to have his hands full with both of these guys here, both of them aggressive and just non-stop in their assault to their opponents. Both of them going to be looking to get the upper hand by just clobbering the heck out of each other, that's for sure.
And right there, Cash Paul letting Warsaw make his own mistake, attempting to capitalize, but that is a vicious chop.
Ooh, Warsaw known for his chops for sure. Definitely going to try to show Cash exactly why.
Hurricane Rana from Cash Paul. Didn't get the second foot up above the shoulder, but was able to wrap it around the torso. Improvisation is a beautiful thing. And what does Warsaw have planned here?
Oh, no.
Are those brass knuckles?
It's
Well,
something.
there's some sort of knuckles.
Oh, gosh.
Might not be brass. They're painted black. Can't quite tell.
I'm not sure, but oh!
Right to the breadbasket, and Cash Paul is finding himself reeling back on the mat.
Oh, my.
Cash Paul has been eliminated.
And Warsaw steals the first
Introducing
elimination.
Contestant number 3 from Ponce, Puerto Rico, weighing in at 210 pounds, Kendrick Elmos.
Kendrick almost making his return here to AAPW, looking to show the crowd what he's all about.
And either he doused himself in water to hype himself up, or he's already sweating backstage. It's pretty hot here, so either one's really a possibility. You have to feel for Cash Paul, though, as Warsaw with some underhanded tactics, though clearly if the referee didn't see it, whatever you can get away with.
Absolutely stole that victory, but it was, in the end, a legal victory, that's for sure. Poor Cash Paul is probably going to put that one in the back of his mind and remember that next time he faces Warsaw in the ring.
And poor Trevor Blue, who's probably going to watch this broadcast back, see what he didn't catch, and that's not going to go well for Warsaw, because now Blue is going to be more aware of that the next time he's in the ring with him.
Oh, absolutely. Blue is no stranger to Warsaw shenanigans either. It's just going to add to the animosity between these two that are already going back and forth over and over again. Ooh.
Almas eats a knee to the breadbasket, and Warsaw attempting to capitalize early.
Ooh, almost going in there. Not wanting to give him an inch.
And good on Kendrick Almas taking it to Warsaw. As we mentioned, this is going to be the fight for Warsaw to win rather than to lose. He's got to pin 3 men to retain his championship. And if he keeps continuing to take beatings like this, it's not going to be a walk in the park.
That's right. Cash didn't give it to him easy, and Almost is definitely capitalizing on what damage Cash Paul was able to inflict and doing as much as he can to make sure Warsaw is not going to last to the very end of this gauntlet. But we'll see what lies in store.
And Kendrick Almas now with a huge chop to the chest of Warsaw. Thinking another?
Ooh, oh.
Well, he ducks out of the way.
Warsaw had it scouted. Oh.
And there's the power of Warsaw sending Kendrick Almas down to the mat. And a huge chop takes him off of his feet. He is turning his chest into hamburger meat. Ground round, ready to be served on your kitchen table.
That is the power of Warsaw, those world-famous chops. Ooh.
You could see the sweat flying.
Oh, my gosh. Almost just taking the brunt of it, though. He
said hit me again.
Ooh.
He shouldn't have asked for that.
It echoed around the arena, that one.
I think those sound waves went around the world and back to Austin. One more? Oh, rake to the eyes. He doesn't give him the satisfaction.
Oh, my goodness. Blue not having a good time with that one.
But yet he has not disqualified Warsaw, so clearly he's letting him play. Maybe this is why.
By 5 minutes.
And a quick 2 count on the roll-up attempt by Kendrick Almas. Now Almas chopping down the tree. Warsaw, a very big man, arm wringer now. And turned it into a short arm clothesline.
Ooh.
Just a 2 count.
Warsaw still a little too resilient, still a little too fresh to let him get the win just yet. But he's doing a good job trying to take him off his feet. Warsaw definitely the bigger man in this competition. Almost is being smart, trying to chop him down like that, trying to bring him down to his level. Ooh.
The bigger they are, the harder they fall, as demonstrated by Almas.
Absolutely.
The back elbow, now Almas going outside the ring. What does he have planned? Going to the second rope. Leg wrapped around the rope. What is he thinking here?
I don't know. It's a curious move. Oh, no. Warsaw saw it coming, though.
Jumping knee strike attempted. Here's the roll-up. Foot on the ropes.
Oh,
and it results in the 3. I'm not even sure his shoulders were all the way up.
I'm not sure, but Blue didn't see it.
Contestant number 4.
Blue didn't see the feet.
From Austin, Texas, Michael Aapw.
And now it all rests on Michael Aapw, the final competitor to face Warsaw, who has taken a beating. This may be Aapw's match to lose. But then again, Warsaw has proven resilient, and he's got a bag of tricks up his sleeve.
Warsaw, a crafty individual, if nothing else. A little, maybe not as honorable as some of our other competitors, but definitely got a lot of, like you said, a lot of tricks up his sleeve. He knows his way around the ring. He knows his way around AAPW. Michael Aapw making his return here to AAPW, I believe has faced off Warsaw before. So Michael Aapw hopefully will know the kind of tricks that Warsaw has coming up.
And
But
Warsaw trying to take a breather, as he probably needs one after the punishment he's been going through.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, I'm reminded of a quote by the great Dodgers manager Tommy Lasorda. He said, "People say that cheaters never win. That's not true. Cheaters do win. That's why they cheat."
That's right. And you can argue all you want about the dishonor. I certainly will. But unfortunately, it does get results, and that's why people like Warsaw do it. You saw him arguing there with Papa Don himself.
And Aapw, a last-minute escape, almost tripped on the top rope, but able to get out of the way in time. A very close call. Now he's going to try it again. Crossbody levels Warsaw.
The high-flying expertise of Aapw, definitely what made him a fan favorite here at AAPW. Looking to show Warsaw what's what with his with his ability to fly.
A high-flying individual, a member of the Choctaw Nation. And now Trevor Blue checking on Warsaw, who's calling for a timeout. There are no timeouts in wrestling.
There aren't, and I'm not sure Warsaw or maybe he does realize this. He's just trying to buy time.
I think he's trying to buy time, and Aapw giving it to him rather than taking it to Warsaw. Perhaps he's just got that much confidence.
Every second that Warsaw rests is a second for Aapw to rest too, and Aapw, much more fresh in this match, hasn't had to eliminate two other opponents yet. Probably wants to give Warsaw that time just so he also can recover and just be just that much more ready to take the fight to him.
Aapw literally pushed off.
Ooh!
Thank you for coming.
Look at Warsaw's face. He's not. Oh my God. Uh-oh.
Well, that was a straight-up insult, as now they are running around the ring.
Oh, they are.
And here comes the Warsaw Express.
Oh my gosh! Run, Aapw, run! Get out of there, man.
Well, look at how gassed Warsaw is. All he has to do is a light jog.
Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. The cardio of Aapw coming into play here.
And high flyers are known for their excellent cardio.
Oh, absolutely.
Big men are not necessarily known for such acts.
Nope. More of the raw power, the muscle. Aapw trying to get rid of that advantage. Oh!
And here's a tope suicida from Aapw, using his cardio, using his smarts. Brains versus brawn here to capture the 24/7 365 championship. Only one of these men will walk away with it.
And so far, Aapw is definitely in control of the match. Looks like he may be the one walking away with that belt.
Well, there's only one way to find out as he applies the headlock. Going up to the top. And a beautiful bulldog. Taking his time crawling for the cover. But Warsaw gets his foot on the rope.
Oh. Blue able to catch it that time.
Well, the problem with a move such as a bulldog is that you are landing on your own back, and it takes a little wind out of you. That's why it took him maybe a second or two to get into the cover, and there's a low blow.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe what I'm... Well, I guess I should believe what I'm seeing. It's Warsaw.
10 minutes.
You should be believing what you see is Aapw is snapped in half.
And that's it.
Still 24/7 champion, Warsaw.
Warsaw showing that cunning, that willing to do anything it takes to win, regardless of how you feel about it. Warsaw once again walks away, still 24/7 365 champion.
Vindication for Warsaw, though perhaps not in the most sportsmanlike way.
Oh, absolutely not. But indeed, vindication. It was his title at one point. Now a sanction belt here at AAPW. Oh.
And Warsaw is, frankly, not in the best shape. We'll have to see if he's all right.
Definitely showing the extent of having to face 3 different guys in a single match.
And you have to imagine that when the officials review the results of this match...
Oh, wait a minute!
We have a new champion! It's Trevor Blue! He steals it!
With the surprise roll-up, Trevor Blue walks away once again.
Someone call the sheriff! Call the Texas Rangers! Call the National Guard! There's been a robbery!
There's been, oh my gosh, I'm not sure law enforcement want to get involved with the with the victory so well deserved as Blue walks away the new 24/7 champion.
Run for the hills, Trevor Blue!
Our referee Chase Verdict there to make the count.
If you're interested in what's going to happen to Trevor Blue in the aftermath of this, I would go on official AAPW.com or anywhere on social media. It's all at official AAPW. But now it is time for our next bout. It is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied to the ring by the last real manager, Benjamin Greenback. He is hailing from Washington, D.C., standing in at 6'5" and weighing in 245 pounds, Christopher Black!
As we go into our second match of the evening, we have a new face joining us here on commentary. It is Dan the Man. Thanks for joining us for these next two matches.
Hey there, big fella. Yeah, Garrett got called away to replenish the toiletries in the bathroom. I'll be covering for him. Gotta say.
Dirty job, someone's got to do it.
Yeah, I think he's well suited. Now look at this. I see Christopher Black here with his controversial manager, Greenback.
The last manager in professional wrestling.
He's the last one. I didn't get the memo on that, but I believe it.
If we don't mention it, we're never going to hear the end of it back here.
Yeah, GB for short, as he's known back here. Greenback, really a man with no friends except for his clients.
Who needs friends when you got money? At least that's what he thinks.
He's got it on his jacket, at least.
Yeah, you can buy friends with that much money. I mean, that's a.
And his opponents from the Dominican Republic, weighing in at 300 pounds, he is the Dominican Beast, CJ Xavier!
Would you look at that?
We can gush about Greenback's jacket later. Here is CJ Xavier coming out, by the way, to the song New Moon by Sam Gelfand. Just saying.
Very nice. You were able to identify that instantly.
Well, because I wrote it.
Oh,
This is me.
This is your music.
Yes, this is me.
Holy, my goodness. Well, geez.
What a compliment, right?
Yeah.
But this is going to be a very important match for both of these competitors because, in a way, both of them have something to prove. CJ Xavier has not competed in an AAPW ring since 2017, and he's here to show that he's still got it. But at the same time, Chris Black, a 6-time AAPW World Heavyweight Champion, but now down to the bottom of the card, and he's got to be able to prove to himself and to others that he can climb back up the ranks.
You know, that's strange. It's been quite a while since I've seen Chris Black without a title around his waist there. It's very true. He must be in a very precarious moment in his career. Now, you must be rooting for CJ Xavier if he's coming out to your music. Is that right?
I root for nobody. I have professionalism on my side, and I just want to see both men have fun.
You're right. You know what? That's a good attitude. I hope that both these guys lose, quite frankly. Just like that. I want the ref to go over again like he just did the other match. That was spectacular. Did you see that, Trevor Blue? Our new 24/7 7-Eleven champion.
And make sure to check us out on Facebook at AAPW, where you're going to see what happens with that 24/7 365 championship. And now Chris Black has some words for CJ Xavier.
These guys are talking smack. Oh, nice lockup there. Got a couple of mastodons, a couple of big boys. That's what I like to see.
Big meaty men.
Indeed. Yep.
No clean break.
There's the meat slap.
And Chris Black hoping to tenderize the meat as early as possible. Hoping to add some seasoning later on, but Black is not getting the reception he wants from this Austin crowd.
Which is a shame, because look at that excellent showboating. The way that he takes time to raise his hand and say, what do you think of that? That's really a championship attitude. I mean, I'll be surprised if Christopher Black does not end up on the winning side of this confrontation here. I mean, the man is a stud. He's a pure stud.
Well, the showboating is really more of a mental advantage, if anything, but that will negate any advantage you possibly could have had. The overhand double bear paw from CJ Xavier.
How disrespectful, quite frankly.
Well, I mean, Chris Black just did the same thing to him.
Yeah, but I mean, he did it first, which makes it okay. Now we got this guy. CJ Xavier, from my understanding, is kind of an AAPW OG. You know, he was, as you said, his last match here was in 2017. And it looks like he's been hitting the weight pile. He's getting ready for his comeback. He's got the tribal tattoos on his gear. Christopher Black. Oh.
As Christopher Black.
Just a little too quick on the uptake there. You know, that's a veteran move right there, is you want to exit the ring, run your opponent around, wait for them to come in, and that's when they're most vulnerable, quite frankly.
Well, he was using his manager here, Greenback, who was providing the distraction. And now here's Chris Black bringing Xavier back up to his feet. Xavier, a second-generation wrestler. His father, Senor X, a multiple-time champion all the way around the Caribbean. And there's some veteran instincts here from Xavier holding on to the ropes. And Chris Black having to check with Greenback.
Chris, you shouldn't have turned your back. Well, that's the double-sided benefit of having a man like Greenback in your corner. As you mentioned earlier.
Attempt at the Dominican bomb there from CJ Xavier, and Chris Black with the championship instincts rolling out of the ring just in time.
Man, he's just so perfect. He's got everything. He's got that cool, deep Darth Vader voice. He's super tall.
Why, thank you.
I'm not talking about you, buddy. I'm talking about that other guy with the deep voice. Yeah, Chris Black is he really is he's a specimen, you know. I love to see him in the ring. Love to see his work here.
Specimen or not, he's still got a match to win, and he did not win his last championship bout. So you have to wonder if maybe all this showboating is him attempting to hype himself up to himself. Maybe this is him compensating for a lack of self-confidence as a result of that championship loss.
You know, there might be something to that. It is a highly mental game, this professional wrestling. Ooh, yeah, there we go. That's what
and the shoulder tackle will not knock down a mastodon like CJ Xavier. You're going to have to try something else.
He's got a low center of gravity. Oh.
Tries the second time. Third time's the charm, perhaps.
His feet are planted. I don't think this is going to work. Oh.
Third time is the charm.
I was wrong. It worked. It super worked, but not for long.
He's already back up to his feet.
He wants another one.
Xavier wants to try it himself, and he barrels over Black.
Yeah, man. That was sweet.
Yeah, there isn't much else that has to be said as Black now having trouble with his back and a big stinger splash in the corner.
That's got to hurt. He's using every part of the ring here, you know?
And it's all focusing on the back of Black, because you see when the stinger splash, it's about the impact of the buckle into the spine rather than...
5 minutes have gone by. 5
minutes. Cannonball.
Senton.
Damn, shot out of a cannon.
It's
right in that corner.
It's all working on his back. Finally going for the first cover of the match, and he gets a 2. The stinger splash, the cannonball senton, it's all forcing the spine of Chris Black into the turnbuckle, where those metal parts inside are forcing against the bone, and it will make it very hard for Black to kick out or even lift someone like Xavier.
Yeah, he's fallen into the spinal trap here. Look, more back trauma. Meanwhile, I think there was some funny business there. It looks like CJ might have gotten, he might have gotten the just a stray fingernail to the cornea there. That could change your whole life if you don't watch it.
Chris Black talking trash.
That's why I always emphasize the importance of good protective gear, you know, sunglasses in the ring if possible, goggles if you need them.
You know, the luchadors actually really have an advantage in that regard.
Exactly, exactly.
But now Black with heavy right hands, and Xavier is content to trade him.
We got a clobber fest here now. Yeah, I think these guys have decided that they hate each other, and it's not going to be any more like running the ropes, kind of silly, you know, funny business anymore. It's just going to be clobbering this dude in the face as much as possible.
Sent into the ropes is Black,
yeah.
and sent down to the double Mongolian chop.
Xavier
and a
really,
lariat
yeah,
to boot.
he really owns the middle of the ring here, which I like to see that. That's his place of power. Oof.
And a big scoop slam as well from CJ Xavier.
And now here comes the bomb, right?
He's looking for that Dominican bomb. He has won many matches with that over his career and levels Chris Black. But he gets his hand on the ropes. That is veteran presence and championship know-how.
That's what happens when you're 8 feet tall. There is no part of the ring where this man cannot reach the ropes. That's just the facts. Greenback, meanwhile.
I don't know if this is smart for Xavier going back to the well, but Greenback doing what he's paid to do.
Here's the
Clearly
thing.
he's paid a lot, but he gets tossed into the ring.
Great use of physics there. There's no part of the ring where Greenback can't touch you if he wants to, but he's about to get touched in a major way.
But is this smart from CJ Xavier because he can't get a pinfall? He's wasting his precious time and energy.
Smart, but it was funny, and I do think that deserves a little reward as well.
I'll
CJ,
give
buddy,
you that.
you got to stay focused, though. Oh!
And that's what I'm saying. There is the big black boot.
Wow.
And
Your winner,
Wow.
time of 8 minutes.
The BBB.
Christopher Black.
And for CJ Xavier, it's a blackout. Chris Black back on the winning track.
Blackstreet's back. All right.
All right. Chris Black victorious in the second of 7 matches we have coming up for you here on AAPW Heatwave. You are not going to want to miss tag team action coming up right after this, but you're not going to want to miss Chris Black's potential rise back to stardom. This could be the start of something big.
That's right. And with Greenback being stretchered out here, this changes everything for young Black. My God. Oh, wait, no, he's getting up. He's going to be fine. He's going to be just fine. He did have a huge man just land on him. That's the thing. Greenback is like a cockroach. He's like the cockroach in Wall-E. You can step on him, and he'll just pop right back up. I think it's because he's got proper eye protection, quite frankly.
Well, he can afford it.
Yeah.
He can afford it. I mean, as we all know, like Batman, the greatest superpower is money.
True. And, also notice the vascularity on his forehead there. I think that played a part as well. This man's got excellent blood flow.
Tag team action coming up right after this.
All right, but let's make some noise if you want to see some tag team action. That's right, that's what I thought. The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it's a special tag team attraction match. Introducing first, from College Station, Texas, and weighing in a total combined weight of 400 pounds, Zane Valero, Shimboshi, Pretty Boy Rock!
Pretty Boy Rock, Pretty Boy Roll.
And here they are.
Look at these guys. Look at these absolute lads.
Fresh off the Sunset Strip from the looks of things.
That's right. These guys are from Beverly Hills. Is that right? We got a couple of California-caters coming through, thinking they can track their mud into this great state of, what is this, Texas?
What is this? Did you just say, what is this state?
I had to check my watch real quick.
Your watch tells you what state you're in.
Yeah, I've got it's a smartwatch.
Ah, I see. These are the kinds of guys who probably rock Movados, I think.
Oh, dude, they rock it wherever they go. Look at this confidence. And look at this special tag team pose. Yeah, these guys know what's up.
The pose is really the most important part of being a tag team.
I think you got to work on your pose. Look at this. They've got it down to a science. They're hitting every angle here. Can we get one more? Can we get one more for the Roman Cam? No, nothing for us. Nothing for me. That's a shame.
It's all right. We got another tag team. Maybe they'll pose for you.
Their
I hope
opponents
so.
from Kingston, Jamaica, and Tegucigalpa, Honduras, weighing in at a total combined weight of 450 pounds, Ziggy Winston, King Cortez, Eva La Rasta!
Did someone say 450? You know what I mean?
Ziggy Winston and King Cortez making their way to the ring now.
These guys know about 450, if you know what I mean.
And these guys know to pose for you.
Yeah, see, look at that. And look at this. Wow. We'll never know what that means. But it's probably fine. It's a good thing this is a family show.
100%.
Look at these kids.
Yeah, it's for the children. AAPW is for the children.
We're a lot like Wu-Tang in that sense.
Exactly. And we're also nothing to mess with. However, one of these two teams is going to be messed with by the end of this match because, of course, only one can come out the victor.
That's true, and that really messes with your whole deal. Losing a tag team match, that's gotta hurt. You and your best friend taking the loss, but it can only happen to one. Oh, here we go. These guys have opposed too. Very good. Look at that. I actually
hit that hard cam, son. They're pros.
I love it. I have to say, for me, Pretty Boy Rock is going to be the favorite, but you can't take away the fact that Viva La Rasta has got incredible chemistry.
So, for the benefit of those at home, and totally not for me, explain the difference between the two Pretty Boys, just so we can identify them.
Yeah, well, okay, definitely. Well, here we have Pretty Boy 1. He's getting in the ring. He's got the pants. He's the one with the long pants.
You can stop there. It's okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Viva La Rasta talking things out before this match, deciding who is going to be the one to start it, and it looks like it'll be Ziggy Winston.
It's the Zigster.
Ziggy Winston in singles competition in our last edition of AAPW Heatwave. Now back to tag team action, and the transition between singles and tag team wrestling can be a little jarring if it's been 2 weeks.
Yeah, and depending on your strategy, becoming a tag team wrestler means you're either going to work twice as hard or half as hard.
But the Pretty Boys have something in mind. Looks like they had to get rid of the sunglasses first.
A little something for the crowd here. Look at these guys pander. You love it.
Everyone loves a good bit of pandering. Isn't that right, Austin?
Austin, Texas. Twitch.tv.
The greatest place in the world. And immediately, the Pretty Boys out of the ring.
Nice.
They want to control the tempo of this match.
It's a real power move.
But controlling the tempo is everything, and he rips up a sign from the crowd? That's not cool.
He just turned that sign into confetti.
I mean, I get it. You don't want to be competing and seeing a sign that's against you, but at the same time, I mean, someone worked hard on that.
This guy's a freak. You can tell that it gives him dark power to destroy these children's signs.
But wait, someone shelled out for the card stock, and they're having trouble with it.
Yeah, they must have gone to
paper.
Kinko's. Yeah, my God.
They got the premium paper, and they cannot tear it.
Folks, that's a pro tip. If you want to come out here with your sign, you're going to have to shell out for the nice paper. Because
get the card stock, because here's the issue.
Come on. Well, this is just...
It's not a great showing for them. At this point, they should probably just stomp on it a bunch and then kick it out of the ring.
Give it to Zigster. He'll roll it up and smoke it, you know? That guy loves tobacco.
I don't think that's legal in Texas.
He loves tobacco. He might put some American Spirit, roll your own. You know what I'm saying?
I do not smoke.
It's got him running backwards, dude. He's feeling loopy.
Well, he is running in a loop right now.
Yeah, man. That's what they call it, the squared circle.
And the Pretty Boys still delaying the start of this. You can see the frustration there of King Cortez. Like, come on, can we just get this underway already? We want to fight. You're delaying this for as long as possible.
I think you should tag out. I think that's what he should do. I think that would be a strong tactical choice. Man, King Cortez on the side here is just like fuming. He's like, please, let me do something. Nah, well, dude, you got to watch.
We were talking about the psychology of the last match and of Chris Black maybe trying to compensate for his own lack of self-confidence, but what does it say about the Pretty Boys if they don't want to get in the ring and fight at all as they finally lock up?
Nah, it's all just smoke and mirrors, man. These Pretty Boys...
No, the Viva La Rasta, they're more about the smoke, and Pretty Boys more about the mirrors.
They're all about the mirrors, exactly. Wow, that's the theme of this match, really, if you think about it.
An outside headlock.
Look at this. See, I told you he could wrestle. Look at that. That's a textbook headlock.
Well, the question is, why didn't they want to? That's what's going to have to be answered as Winston trying to take out the midsection.
You know, sometimes it's not about the destination. It's about the journey, you know. King Cortez was telling me that earlier. I didn't know what he was talking about until now. Hey!
Winston sends the Pretty Boys on a journey right down to the canvas with the leg lariat.
He's got those long, lanky legs.
Lining him up, an elbow in the corner. Rolling through, he's got another designed. Shoulder tackle right to the midsection. He's already working the midsection of this Pretty Boy right here.
Look at the grace of Zigmar Winston here. moving through the ring like a dolphin.
He's got
You know what
great
I mean?
footwork.
Yeah.
Very smooth as he rings the arm and is in control right now. Who would have thought maybe he didn't want to start fighting because Ziggy Winston has been in control so far.
5 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes.
We've seen the dolphin. Now let's get in that killer whale. Here comes King Cortez. He's beefed up and ready to rock.
A double switch here.
We might have a house fight on our hands here, but I don't know if this other guy, if Pretty Boy 2's got the he's got the beef to back it up.
Oh, there goes the shirt.
The beef of the reef, they call him.
No one in the crowd wants that. It's all sweaty and it probably smells.
That's a priceless artifact. What are you talking about?
You think you want that as a memento, but trust me, you don't. It's like gym class. You don't want to bring home a memento that smells like gym class. As here's a headlock takeover.
Look at this. Another headlock. You see this? Pretty Boy Rock, they are like a classically trained, you know.
There's the power of Cortez, at least for a moment. Could be dangerous. We'll have to watch out for it for the rest of the match. And a little bit of agility, too.
Big man's got hops. Big man's got hops.
King Cortez takes flight and sends Pretty Boy number 2 down to the canvas. Now finds him in the corner with a lariat, sending him to the opposite side. Pretty Boy up onto the shoulder of Cortez.
That's a shame.
A tag to Winston. It looks like they're thinking tag team maneuver. What do they have? Power slam.
I said this earlier. These guys have such great tag team chemistry. I mean, it's no wonder that they were champions for a long time.
And you can put that in your pipe and smoke it as Winston goes for the cover and gets a 2 count.
Just the 2 count, though, unfortunately. We're looking for that loud, Ziggy. We don't want the reg. We want the loud.
He's got him in his sights.
Ooh.
And Pretty Boy number 2 tags out. Winston ducks Pretty Boy number 1, sends him off the apron with an elbow.
Woo.
And a big boot to match.
Oh, but wait, look.
He is brought down.
Oh, that's
and now
unfortunate.
stomps to the
Where's
back.
the referee? He's got to restore order this match.
Well, it looks like he's letting them play for now. We've got another chase.
Another chase. Man, can we get some more chases around the ring here? Wow, our cameraman is struggling to keep up.
You know, I know that it's bring your own beer here at AAPW. I hope no one brought their own bananas.
Yeah, it should pull a Mario Kart, you know. Hit this man with the blue shell, you know what I mean?
No, that's cruel. That should be banned. That's too far.
No, that's what we call equity, you know. It's about keeping it fair by punishing those that are in first place. Like, look, Ziggy was in first place until right now. Now he's getting hit with the metaphorical blue shell. Oh!
And an elbow to the face of Ziggy Winston.
I think that's probably it. 3.
Nope, just 2.
All right.
A very pointed
10 minutes
lariat.
have gone by. 10 minutes.
A pointed lariat specifically using the bone in his elbow to deliver maximum damage as Winston now thrown into the corner, and he will have to tag Cortez at some point.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he wants. I don't know if that's what he's ever going to get. Yeah, exactly. Just keep him in that corner. Beat him up. Get some revenge. You know what I mean? I'm saying, like, this match has been mostly Viva La Rasta up until now. Oh.
But Winston still got some in him.
There's
an arm drag.
Oh.
And Winston misses the big boot.
Oh, he's going to pay for that.
Thrown into the corner himself. Pretty Boys now have an opportunity. Going for the leg in the corner. Capture suplex, perhaps.
Wow. Oh.
Turns it into a backbreaker.
Just split him in half.
Winston barely holding together as there's a tag to Pretty Boy number 2.
Got him by the locks. Yep.
Scoop slam.
Wow.
And a jumping stomp to the midsection.
What
and
a
a PK as well.
Oh. Wow, that was nasty.
Face.
That was nasty. Wow, these guys are really taking liberties with the 5 seconds you're allowed to jack around after tagging out.
And there's about a 2.5 count there, courtesy of the referee, J.C. Garcia.
Things are looking grim for the Zig man.
But if he's able to kick out of a barrage like that, I mean, who knows how many more he can withstand, but at least that's good news for him if he can take something like that, at least at this point in the match.
Yeah, but he's struggling right now. I mean, it's one thing to survive, but you gotta pull off a winning play here, and you can't do that if you're just,
here's a
beat
roll
to death.
through.
Wow.
Great separation.
Oh, well, there's a winning play.
The capoeira kick from Ziggy Winston. but he's got to turn Pretty Boy over. There's a lot of time. It's going to be very hard to get a 3 count.
Just tag out, dude. Just tag out. Don't go for the pin. What are you doing? See, look, now
took way too long.
King Cortez is he's on the floor now.
We got a brawl on the outside. Ziggy Winston took way too long to go for that cover. No fault of his own. He has been through quite a bit. And of course, Pretty Boy number 1 on his side, so he had to roll him over. But that no longer matters because he did not generate a 3. And the Pretty Boys ready for some tag team offense. Kicked off by Winston, but he still gets out of the Uranagi and makes the tag.
Yeah. You know King Cortez is all tuned up and frustrated. It's time for some revenge.
2 shoulder tackles sent into the corner. Cortez
with
a massive splash. He gets a lot of hang time.
Yeah.
And a shoulder tackle as well.
Yeah, this big man's got some hops. I appreciate that.
And a beautiful headbutt. Well, that rocks both of them. No one wins in a headbutt, but Cortez with a Samoan drop.
He doesn't need to use his head. That's what's so beautiful about this competitor. You know what I'm saying?
And just gets a 2 count. Able to break up the fall as the other Pretty Boy, and he's taking it to Cortez.
Here's the thing. Ziggy would be able, if he wasn't so beat up, he would be able to come to his partner's aid here. But, Well,
Cortez has, JC Garcia has to restore some order now as the Pretty Boys are taking liberties with these 5 counts.
Yeah, they really are.
Super kick right to the face and a rope-hanging DDT. This could be it.
God. Yeah,
double stacked cover. And Winston with a double stomp.
Out of nowhere. Dude, that was sick. Ziggy Winston still wants to win this match despite everything. Look at the hustle on this man.
Well, you've come so far. There's no reason to quit now. Leave it all in the ring. As the crowd coming alive for these 2 teams, putting on an excellent show here. Pretty Boy sent into the corner. Here comes Ziggy Winston.
These guys need to win right now because they are in the red line. They're in the red zone.
Wheelbarrow.
Maybe
this
will do it.
Here?
Oh, my goodness. That is sweet.
Hanging STO? I don't think I've ever seen that. It was like a double Styles clash.
Yeah, it really was. My God. Clash from the stash, you know?
Well, teams like this,
but that's not all.
It looks like they're ready to keep rolling what?
Yeah, dude. I should have brought my chainsaw.
Well, it'd skin you raw. And Winston at the springboard caught the boots of the Pretty Boy.
He had to change his trajectory mid-air there when he saw those feet came up, and he really paid the price for it. Oh, look at these jerks. They're just getting back in the ring again and doing whatever they want. Oh!
And an assisted slam. 2 and 3.
And your winners at a time of 15 minutes.
What a heartbreaker.
Pretty Boy Rock!
Pretty Boy Rock come up with the victory. A hard-fought victory, I should add. Both of these teams did indeed leave it all in the ring. And only Pretty Boy Rock came away with a victory.
Yeah, but look, they're such gracious winners, you know? You love to see that level of sportsmanship here at AAPW.
And speaking of, Dan the Man, thanks for joining us for these 2 matches.
Yeah, I'm actually getting a call. My probation officer's got some questions. I got to go answer that. Garrett, where are you, son?
Welcome back, Garrett Schultz, to the commentary desk here at APW Heatwave.
Thank you, Mr. Gelfand. Good feedback.
Watched the last couple matches from the sidelines, and now Ziggy Winston and King Cortez may be sidelined for a little bit after the beating that Pretty Boy Rock just gave them.
I was able to catch the end of that. Yeah, that seemed like an extreme bout there. Both teams just giving it their absolute all. Hopefully Ziggy and Cortez will be able to recover in time for our next show on the 4th.
Well, you know, I hear that he knows his way around medicinal herbs, so hopefully he'll know the right strain to get him back on track.
Both gentlemen are well versed in such herbs. That is very true.
All right, folks, are you ready for what I like to call Gold Boulevard? Everything from now on has got a championship on the line. And we're going to start. Can we have a referee, please? okay? The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. And it is for the AAPW Social Media Championship. Introducing first, from Venice Beach, California, standing at 6'3" and weighing in 175 pounds of punishment, the Venice Beast, Zeke Rose!
As our ring announcer has specified, it is Gold Road from here on out, and Zeke Rose is in contention. This man, I mean, just look at him. There's some people you just look at and you're like, oh, he's got the look. This guy has the it factor. Zeke Rose has been on an absolute tear. He has been a monstrosity. In fact, last show, he attacked a poor member of the ring crew. It doesn't matter who gets in his way, as long as they are no longer in his way by the time that he's done with them.
Oh, absolutely. The fitness beast from Venice Beach has been on an absolute tear, just taking out everyone that gets in his way, even in a minor way, like just walking in front of them.
And here is his opponent, Kane Carter.
That's right, Kane Carter looking to finish his rivalry with Marlon Casanova that was unfortunately cut short by Marlon's just devastating injury. But that doesn't mean Carter's stopped on his quest to become the AAPW social media champion. In his title match with Casanova, Casanova did cheat to get to victory, and he retained the championship, but Carter was not willing to live that down, and now he's trying to make up for it here tonight.
We were talking with him before this show began, and he basically specified it's the same goal, but a new target. Still wants that social media championship, and he acknowledged this is going to be a bit of a David and Goliath battle. He realizes he'll have the speed advantage, but of course, Zeke Rose with a massive power advantage, and he is willing to do whatever it takes as he blindsides Kane Carter, and this match is underway.
Zeke looking to use the power advantage early on to just devastate Carter as best he can. Oh, dear God. Not even waiting for the bell to unleash the assault, and the match has officially begun, though.
And look how quickly he sends Carter into the ropes, and there's a back elbow to boot.
Oh, I know. Oh, my gosh. Zeke is just devastating in his strikes. Every single one. It's like getting hit by a semi-truck.
Carter sent across the ring once again. And another elbow, and this one takes him hard down to the canvas.
Oh, Carter already starting to show some signs of just, well, getting hit by a man as big as Zeke. You know, you're going to show some pain after just 2 strikes, but how many has he taken already?
Just look at how he landed onto the mat. He wasn't able to stop his head from hitting the mat. He didn't have the strength. There's a gigantic heel throw.
The raw power of Zeke Rose flinging Kane Carter through the air like he's made of paper.
Give this guy a shot put ball. He could be an Olympian as Carter is able to get out of the way in time, and Zeke Rose nails his shoulder on the ring post.
Zeke just so much mass moving at such velocity, wasn't able to stop himself in time. Carter taking the advantage, using that opening to strike back for once.
And now Carter taking it to Rose with these elbows to the face. And a step-up enziguri brings the big man down to his knees, but not down to the ground. Bridges the rope, and he is outside. Carter can fly. What will he do? Caught by Zeke Rose.
Oh, God. Oh, no!
And Kane Carter is first to realize that every rose has its thorn.
Just breaking his back over the apron, just like the poor ring crew member he just destroyed last week, or 2 weeks ago, excuse me.
A fireman's carry. What's he going to do now? Carter tossed into the ring. He tried to grab the rope to steady himself, but there was nothing he could do against raw power like that.
Just the strength of Zeke just wasn't going to let him take an inch, even though he tried.
Baseball slide.
Oh, here we go!
Fosbury flop from Kane. Carter takes down both men on the outside.
Dear God, what an amazing display of athleticism from Kane Carter. Using the speed and the athletic advantage he has to just absolutely throw himself at Zeke and take him off his feet on the concrete of all places.
We were talking about shot put, but if you're talking track and field, clearly there's a chance for the high jump. The Fosbury flop, incredible technique. Up and over, and now here's the first cover of the match. Just a 2.
Zeke still showing he's got a lot left in him. Throwing Carter off like he weighs nothing.
Carter steadies Rose, misses the lariat.
Oh!
And a spinning back elbow from Zeke Rose, who has surprising agility.
Absolutely. He's a big man, but he can move. He's going to use that to just fucking devastate you.
He will absolutely devastate you as Zeke Rose brings Carter down to the ground.
And Zeke taking a moment to perhaps taunt the crowd. Ooh. Another huge strike to Carter's back.
This slow pace will only benefit Rose as Carter needs to string quick strikes together in order to take it to Rose. That's just what you have to do against a size disadvantage. The double underhook throw by Zeke Rose. You just got to take a moment and process this. I mean, he is manhandling Carter right now.
Oh, absolutely. That methodic pace, not trying to exert himself too much. As you said earlier, Carter can't really afford to slow the match down at all. The speed advantage is what he's got over Zeke, and Zeke is well aware of this, using the power, taking that methodical, slow approach as he dissects Carter for everything he's got.
And there's the 4 count, and man, I got to say, I've never seen referees with power like that.
I know. Jace Verdict just almost throwing Zeke off of Carter like that.
Have to imagine that Zeke allowed him to do that. That's the only way we saw it.
That's the only way I can imagine that happening.
And the beast from Venice Beach is having his way with Kane Carter right now. This is all Zeke Rose.
Zeke well in control here, absolutely. Ooh.
Ooh.
Brings Carter down again.
Mongolian chop brings Carter down to his knees as he is appealing to the crowd, trying to fire them up and find some fire inside of himself as well.
Just anything he can to get any little advantage, any opening.
And that was a great idea. Roll through that, try to stop it, and set your own pace. But now Rose comes in and needs an elbow.
Absolutely.
Carter gets the feet up as well, sending Rose down. He is staggered.
Zeke has been well in control for most of the match, but Carter
he continues the crossbody, catches him, turns it into a fireman's carry. Carter struggles out.
As I was saying, Carter is no slouch. You cannot discount this man's ability in the ring. He knows his way around his opponents, and he will find an opening if he can, if Zeke allows him to get it.
Following up from the kick, misses a lariat again, misses the backhand. And the discus lariat, deep in the heart of Texas, turns Kane Carter inside out and then back right side up again.
He knocked him 8 days from Sunday on that one.
They call this place God's country, right? I think Kane Carter's on a trip.
A trip through God's country. Oh, my goodness. Oh, another slam brings Zeke taking a moment to appreciate himself a bit. Very proud of his raw power.
Oh, brother!
My God.
How does Carter have the strength within himself to kick out of a leg drop like that?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know how Carter was able to survive that.
That just about rolled him up. It was a fruit roll-up.
He came down on him like a guillotine taking off a man's head. How is Carter still going after that? Holy cow. Ooh.
And now working the midsection.
We return
Zeke Rose.
We return to that methodical pace, the sheer power, just the sheer force of Zeke's body dissecting Carter like a like a frog in science class.
Well, these are two incredible athletes. As there's a snapmare and the headlock from Zeke Rose. That is clear to see. These are two great competitors with lots and lots of athleticism stored within them.
Oh, absolutely. If there are two men that deserve to be vying for a title right now, it's definitely these two for sure.
And of course, this is for the newly vacant Social Media Championship.
That's right. Carter looking to bring his feud with Casanova to a close. Unfortunately, he can't settle the beef with Casanova in the ring, but can still claim that title that he's been trying to get his hands on since he arrived here at AAPW.
And of course, best wishes to Marlon Casanova and whatever he chooses to pursue next. So unfortunate he tore his ACL on last AAPW Heatwave. But that was then, this is now, and Carter has nothing on Rose, just absolutely nothing. If Rose gets a limb out, he didn't even have to throw the lariat. That was just a straight clothesline. Just ran right into it, and that is enough power to knock Carter down.
Oh, absolutely. Carter knows this, though. He just has to take that opportunity to get out of the way and then block in his own maneuvers.
10 minutes have gone by. 10 minutes.
We're at the 10-minute point in this match, and Carter really cannot allow this to go more than, say, 15 minutes. He will not have the strength to go the distance.
I'm not sure anyone would be able to last at 15 minutes against Zeke Rose. 10 minutes is a stretch. You can't count Carter out, but still.
15 minutes of playtime. As there's a strike to the upper chest. Carter misses and opts for the baseball slide, injuring the knee, but he's still standing, rolling soul butt, kick to the face, elbow now, European uppercut. He's trying literally everything he's got, going through the entire playbook, and he finally gets him down with a one-legged drop kick.
Here we go. Carter using that speed advantage, finally getting the opening he needed, unleashing these devastating strikes. Oh, here we go.
Think a neck breaker. Elbow to the back of the neck. There's a spinal cord there, and it is devastated, but not enough to get a 3. Look at the power of Zeke Rose pushing Kane Carter off of him.
Even after getting smacked in the back of the head and falling to the mat like a bag of rocks, Zeke can still toss Carter off him like just like nothing.
Absolutely. I think Rose might have gotten him in the eye there as well. A little underhanded tactics, which to me says that Rose might be getting desperate.
Oh,
maybe Carter has done more damage than he seems.
Probably. Zeke also probably reeling from the recent losses he suffered, definitely against opponents that Zeke himself does not think he should have lost against. You know that's got to be weighing on his mind a bit.
Here's the thing. We often think that big powerhouse wrestlers are able to take lots of damage, but the reality is they don't get the chance to take much, as Carter has his spine planted on the hardest part of the ring once again, and he is raining down King Kong blows. As I was trying to say, big men like Zeke Rose don't take much punishment. They often don't let their opponents get anything in. So perhaps he's unfamiliar as he's going to the second rope. And Xavier from up top.
Carter not letting him take an inch. He's done giving Zeke the advantage. He wants his part of this match.
And this is precarious for both men.
Absolutely scary position to be in on either side. One strike and it's all over. Oh no, Zeke fighting back.
And he pushes Carter off. Are we going to see some top rope offense holding onto the beams of the roof?
Look how Zeke is so, oh my God!
Climbing up, and the side suplex from Kane Carter. Crashing down. Did the ring break? I think it might have. But it is not broken Zeke Rose's spirit.
Somehow, some way, after reaching up high enough to grab the ceiling of the arena, Zeke still tosses Carter like he's a teddy bear.
And a big boot from Carter now, who realizes he has a very limited window of opportunity. He must take advantage of everything right now, as there is an attempted choke from Rose. Carter with the enziguri turning around in the corner.
Another flying kick from Kane Carter. What else can he pull out to get the win against Zeke here?
He's already gone very deep into the playbook, but he might have to start improvising.
Absolutely. And Zeke trying again on that chokehold.
Believe that's a kata hajime, but don't quote me on that.
All right, all right. Oh!
And Carter reversing it, turning it around with its high stack in just a 2.
Nah, that was a fraction of 2 if there ever was one.
And now back to the kata hajime is Rose in the center of the ring, and this is dangerous for Carter. He's got nowhere to go. The social media championship is in Rose's sights.
Ooh!
And he powers him down.
And
that's it.
And your winner at a time of 14 minutes and new AAPW social media champion, Zeke Rose.
Zeke Rose has such a future ahead of him, both as new social media champion and beyond. What a devastating performance, an absolute powerhouse of a man. The beast from Venice Beach reigns supreme tonight.
Absolutely rocked Carter to his absolute core, kicking him 8 days away from Sunday, 10 minutes away from sundown, whatever little euphemism you want to use. Carter could not be discounted. He absolutely brilliant display of athleticism and a hard drive to win, but Zeke just, that power advantage was just a little too much. Zeke was too eager and just too much in the mood to just beat the hell out of somebody.
Whoever is backstage right now, watch out for Zeke Rose because
for Kane Carter, y'all.
He's just found himself validation.
Absolutely. Finally, a redemption arc of his own after the several losses he suffered here at AAPW, looking to retake his place at the top of the mountain. And I have a bad feeling about anyone that's going to cross him tonight. Don't walk in front of him. You might get slammed into the ring apron.
Exactly, but at the same time, Kane Carter, an incredible performance, and after something like that, you have to imagine he deserves at least another title shot of some kind.
Oh, absolutely. We've not seen
the following contest is for the AAPW Heavyweight Championship. This match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challenger. From San Antonio, Texas, weighing in at 240 pounds, Aaron Atlas!
Aaron Atlas, out to challenge for the AAPW World Heavyweight Championship. And we were talking about Zeke Rose having a look. My goodness. This guy is Olympian.
Oh, absolutely, and he's got the ring knowledge and the skills to back it up as well. Aaron Atlas, Zeke Rose's tag team partner in Ruination, been on an absolutely dominating tear through the tag team division until an unfortunate incident seems to have split up the tag team, at least according to rumor. We're not sure yet.
We're not sure yet. We've just heard some hearsay. We'll update you, particularly on our social medias, if we find out anything.
Introducing next, the champion, hailing from Killeen, Texas, standing in at 6'3", weighing in at 250 pounds. He is the baddest man in town and AAPW Heavyweight Champion, Leroy Brown!
Big bad Leroy Brown is here to put a damper on Aaron Atlas's day. But right now, he's about to Fortnite dance all over us.
The baddest man in town looking to once again defend his AAPW World Heavyweight Championship here and continue his dominant reign after dethroning Christopher Black just about a month ago here at the AAPW Arena on his comeback tour after unfortunately having to take some time away to spend time with his family grieving over the loss of Leroy's father.
And it's a very sad turn of events, but at the same time, you find motivation from something like that, as Atlas must be forced back by our referee, Trevor Blue, for this contest, who, by the way, is going to have to be looking over his shoulder because you imagine that Warsaw is probably still got him in his sights.
Oh, Warsaw and everybody else in the locker room getting that's looking to get a taste of gold here with that 24/7 championship. And I know you noticed that he came out with it.
Why is he not wearing the championship as he's in the ring?
Oh, you know, probably so it doesn't get in the way, but he did come out to the ring with it. You see, I don't know if you noticed, but he handed it off to the ring crew so they could take it off to the side. He is going to have to jump down to the mat to get that 3 count.
That's true. You don't want to damage the plates of the championship as the bell rings. And this match for the AAPW World Heavyweight Championship is underway. These are two big men. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Including our performers. A big, meaty main event for sure.
I was very happy. I was calling it a lacrosse championship game the other day, and I got to break out the big, meaty men slapping meat.
It's every commentator's dream, right?
Oh, they were going at each other as these two men are right now. I mean, there were a couple of brawls that almost broke out. This is high school lacrosse in upstate New York.
Oh, dang. Well, at least in wrestling, you know they're supposed to go at each other like that. And here we go.
And that's why I love professional wrestling, because you know what you're going to get.
Big, meaty men slapping each other.
And Aaron Atlas feeling confident. A statuesque physique and the confidence to match. As Brown locks up with him.
Absolutely. Aaron Atlas also been on a tear on his own, away from AAPW, but still making a name for himself out on the indie circuit. Ooh.
How about the baddest man in town, says Leroy Brown. He knows what he is and delivers a flurry of offense. The knee lift here finishes off that combo with the leg lariat.
Absolutely beautiful offense from Leroy there. A little bit of the psychological warfare, too, with the taunts there at the beginning. And I think it got in Aaron Atlas's head a little bit.
And now, here is Atlas trying to go outside, and oh no, there goes the camera. That's the concession stand. Get something to eat, won't you, Leroy Brown? Here's what's on the menu. Wood.
Table. Oh, and trash can. Oh, no.
Aaron Atlas telling Leroy Brown what he thinks of him.
Oh, my God. The absolute disrespect as Aaron Atlas just pummels Leroy on the outside, using the arena itself as a weapon in order to devastate his opponent.
Watch out, we've got a wrecking crew here at the AAPW Arena, and his name is Aaron Atlas. He can do it all himself. As he goes for the cover, just gets a 2.
Yeah. Leroy Brown showing that resiliency, showing why he's the champion, managing to kick out even after that devastating work. Ooh.
And now Brown is rocked. Sent to the opposite corner. No, it's going to be a power move here.
The raw power of Aaron Atlas able to lift a man like Leroy Brown.
And yet still a kick out from Brown, perhaps because we're early on into this matchup. But like we talked about at the top of the show, you go for these frequent covers, it wears down a man.
Absolutely. Every second you're making a move on your opponent is a second that he doesn't have to recuperate and think about what's happening. Every second he has to think about how he can counter you is a second he can't take to rest himself and think about what he's going to do next.
Atlas with the headlock on Brown. Powering to his feet, the crowd behind him, but Atlas puts the kibosh on that, going off the ropes.
Ooh.
And big hype, brother. Just a 2 count for the leg drop.
Another devastating leg drop here tonight. Atlas and Zeke showing that chemistry with their similar moveset.
Yeah, with these incredible leg drops in these past 2 matches, is this the AAPW Arena or the Silverdome?
I imagine getting hit with those legs has to be like getting smacked with a truck upside the head.
And speaking of getting smacked.
Oh, indeed. Leroy showing his own power now. Oh, my gosh.
Those are extremely loud chops.
Indeed.
Thunderous.
Reverbing out of the nosebleeds on that one. Oh, my God.
And the rebound lariat from Aaron Atlas brings them both down.
Oh, my God.
Excellent improvisation, getting knocked back and using it to his advantage, and just gets a 2 count. Brown has gotten the minority of covers so far in this match. It's been Atlas going for cover after cover after cover.
Atlas has been well in control for the majority of this match, but you can't count out Leroy Brown yet. Both of these men pretty big powerhouses here, and Leroy just needs to get that right opening to unleash some of that devastating offense of his own again in
going
order to
after
get the upper hand.
Inside of the thigh, the hamstring now is Atlas. And the leg's so important for a professional wrestler. It's where you generate all of your power from. If your legs are taken out, then there's not much you can do.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking from experience, you take out the leg, that's it. You can't do anything with that leg out.
And Aaron Atlas targeting the left leg of Leroy Brown.
He's found his limb of choice.
And a southpaw strike to the face as well, adding insult to very literal injury.
And he's going to probably be working that leg now for the most of the match, trying to find that opening to get Leroy Brown perhaps to tap out, if not just bring him down for good.
And Brown sent into the corner by Atlas. Atlas eats an elbow. Brown's got some fight in him.
There we go.
But he is unsteady on his feet, having to use the other leg for the big boot.
But there he goes, going to the outside. What's he thinking now?
Well, how far can he climb right now? Look, he is mostly using his other leg to climb as Atlas meets him in the middle.
He is preferring the right leg to the left, that's for sure. Taking his time climbing up, perhaps just because working that leg too fast is hurting too much, but he's fighting back. He's still got spirit in him.
And he is able to push Atlas off. Down to the ground, Brown has bought himself some time. It is a precious commodity.
Is it enough, though? Is it enough? Atlas already back on his feet.
And Brown, his feet still unsteady up there. Atlas Meets him up there, thinking a suplex perhaps from the second rope. Already lifting Brown up there.
Oh, dear God.
Oh,
my God.
A second rope follow-away slam sends Leroy Brown the entire length of the ring.
I think I felt the shake from here.
That'll register on the Richter scale.
Oh, Leroy Brown still kicking out, though. Finding it in himself to somehow find the power to just get out of that hold. Oh, my gosh.
Well, that's the championship mindset, as this is for the AAPW World Heavyweight Championship. And when you are competing for a championship, or you are competing to hold on to a championship, you find things inside of yourself that you did not know you had.
Oh, absolutely.
For instance, devastating chops.
Absolutely. Oh, my gosh.
I know how these men like their salad. Chopped.
Chops. Oh, my gosh. Chopped salad with a little bit of the hamburger meat that they're turning each other's chests into, perhaps.
No vegetarian options here, just meat.
Just big hamburger meat.
And now Leroy Brown trying to rally the crowd. Some performers, they get their energy from the crowd. They know that if the crowd is behind them, they know that they believe in them.
That's
and
right.
that lets them know that they have it within them. These people want to see him take home the victory, and he does not want to disappoint them.
Absolutely. All it takes is that little spark of inspiration, of motivation to get yourself to keep going towards that light at the end of the tunnel, and to know that the crowd is behind you and wants to see you walk away as the victor.
Running power slam from Leroy Brown, hooks the leg. That's 2, but not a 3.
2.9 if there ever was one. That was such a close kick out by Atlas.
I don't know. I think that was more 2.75.
2.8,
maybe? We'll break out the stopwatch next time. But Leroy Brown has finally turned the tables of momentum. The pendulum swinging in his favor for the first time all match, really.
Absolutely. We were talking earlier about that crowd, the inspiration to find the light at the end of the tunnel. Leroy feeds off of that. He feeds off the positive energy of the crowd.
Fireman's carry, swinging out into a neck breaker.
Here we go, another cover.
And Brown able to kick out.
Still not enough. The resiliency of Leroy Brown is something to just absolutely be admired here.
The cutter from Atlas. Now he turns over into the sharpshooter. And Brown forced to contend with this submission. He is saying no. He's got some fight left in him. Can he get to the ropes? Can he break it up?
He's in the dead center of the ring. He's really going to have to crawl his way to get out of this one.
Look for the legs, but he is able to get a hand on the ropes.
Yep, there he goes. He's out. Oh, Atlas keeping the hold on, though, despite the referee's count.
Well, he's got till 5.
He does have till 5. Still, just, oh my gosh. Is it worth the risk to just hold on for those extra few seconds?
Well, if you're a referee in a situation like this, you know that you do not want to see a championship match end with a disqualification. So you will let some things go. And speaking of letting things go, a massive spear unfurled by Leroy Brown.
I think he killed him. I think he killed him. Oh,
nope, he's still alive.
There's still some life in there. Oh, my goodness.
Aaron Atlas is still alive despite the spear and the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Absolutely. He got flung around like a piece of trash in the wind there for a second there. Just absolutely devastated by that spear.
That was because he's Atlas, the weight of the world. Never mind. Here's the Rings of Saturn. The Rings of Saturn. Speaking of Titans, the Rings of Saturn now being applied to Aaron Atlas.
What other moons of Saturn will Leroy Brown pull out in order to win this match here?
Such a devastating submission hold, and that's it.
Oh,
he's asleep.
Oh, he's
at
out.
A time of 10 minutes, and still AAPW Heavyweight Champion, Leroy Brown.
Aaron Atlas brought the fight tonight, but Leroy Brown able to clutch it out. The Rings of Saturn providing him victory here against this Titan, Aaron Atlas.
Absolutely. Aaron Atlas can say that he didn't give up, but still, he passed out and did not win the match. Unfortunately, that devastating hold just proving to be too much for the end after just the onslaught of offense and devastating power and moves brought on by Leroy Brown.
And that's what champions do. They find a way.
They do. They find a way to retain or to become the new champion. And Leroy Brown proving again he's the baddest man in town.
But Zeke Rose coming to the aid of his tag team partner.
It appears the rumors were just that.
Just rumors.
Our new social media champion taking it to the heavyweight champion. Bit of revenge on behalf of his tag team partner here.
And the full Nelson to Leroy Brown now.
Oh, no.
Zeke Rose has plans in mind, and I don't want to know what they are. Going for the kata hajime.
Trevor
Into
Blue.
the slam!
Trevor Blue knows that this shouldn't be happening, but I don't think he doesn't
what are you
think
gonna
he can stop it.
What are you going to do against Zeke Rose?
You're right. Are you going to really stand out there as two monster trucks collide in the middle of the ring? Are you really going to get squashed by 3 tons of steel and rubber? Probably not.
But notice, Aaron Atlas gone. Zeke Rose holding gold in both hands.
You're right.
Perhaps it was not a tag team reformation as much as it is Zeke Rose saying, I want it all.
I'm starting to think you're right about that, Sam. I think Zeke is making a message more for himself than on behalf of Ruination here. Holding up that heavyweight title just to tell the world, I'm next.
It's almost an insult letting Leroy Brown hold on to it, saying, I'll be coming for this soon.
Still, I feel like the message has been broadcast. Zeke takes a few extra seconds to make makes his presence known, and finally goes back to the back, proudly displaying his new championship. Will the World Heavyweight title be next, though?
To a chorus of boos from this AAPW crowd, as well as Leroy Brown still struggling to get to his feet. The referee corps coming out to help him.
Absolutely. Walking away from the match in triumph, but then that assault, that absolute beatdown after the bell.
I mean, he didn't even get to dance.
No, he didn't. He was in the middle of it, and we were all excited to see it, and then suddenly here comes Zeke.
I thought he was going to teach us how to Dougie, but he's just teaching us.
Folks, wow, huge news. Papa Don Rake Campos just told me in private over there, next week, June the 4th, right here at the APW Arena, Zeke Rose versus Leroy Brown for the AAPW Heavyweight Championship. Our next contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the AAPW Tag Team Championships. Introducing first, the challengers. Hailing from www.tinder.com/Culture Shock 50% off. Weighing in at a total combined weight of 372 pounds, it's Danny Orion, Ollie Summers, Culture Shock!
And here comes Culture Shock as we are ready for our Tag Team Championship bout here at AAPW Heatwave. Culture Shock has been on a tear as of late. A very popular team here with the AAPW faithful, and certainly the team to take it to our current tag team champions.
Oh, absolutely. A fan favorite team here for sure. Former tag team champions themselves and definitely viable competitors for the current titles. Will they be the match for Houston and Wentworth, finally?
Only one way to find out. Culture Shock, Danny Orion, and Ollie Summers. Nice pose.
Indeed.
You know they practice that in the mirror.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. That big one we got backstage. Oh, you got to catch him doing it all the time.
I practice posing in the mirror. I think we all do. I've got no one to pose to.
Who doesn't practice posing in the mirror? It's so fun.
Shaking the hand of our ring announcer.
Looks like he was scissoring a Chet Cassidy
and
there.
their opponents. They are the current reigning and defending AAPW Tag Team Champions. Hailing from Shreveport, Louisiana and Chicago, Illinois. Houston Hendricks and Maxwell Wentworth, Generation Fortnite.
Houston Hendricks and Maxwell Wentworth hoping to hold on to these tag team championships for more than a fortnight, as it's only been 2 weeks since they won it.
But look at the faces of our champions currently. I don't think Generation Fortnite was their. I don't think that was their idea. I think that was.
It kind of fits though.
I think that was perhaps slid to our ring announcer by one of our more rowdy members of the locker room here.
It kind of fits. You got to admit.
No comment. No comment.
Of course, a lot of this coming because Houston Hendricks, only 16 years old, capturing a championship at a very young age, and he has stepped up to the plate. He's certainly deserving of it despite his young age.
Oh, absolutely. His size and his age has been a point of contention for many of the competitors here at AAPW, especially when they come up here to be guest commentators. And all I got to say is, how many mountains does he have to climb? How many trees does he have to cut down? How many people does he have to beat before people finally realize that he's champion and he deserves to be champion?
There's a lot of targets on your back when you're a champion, but there's even more when you're someone like Houston Hendricks who just, by the very definition, simply by being 16, that puts another target on top of that previous target. So you just have more to prove, and it seems that I would have to imagine if they come away with the victory today, that will have to shut up many of the doubters.
Oh, for sure. If there's ever a team to beat to get people to realize, like, okay, these guys are worth something, it's definitely going to be Culture Shock. But let's see if they can pull out the win here. They're going to have a match made in heaven for this. Uh-oh.
And the sportsmanship was not exactly sportsmanship. It's Ollie Summers trying to get a quick advantage.
It was a trap, and Houston fell for it. Oh, no!
Hendricks sent down to the shoulder tackle. And I don't think Viva La Rasta are the only ones who occasionally sample Satan's salad bar. And Hendricks has his arm drag blocked as well. Hits into the gut. A quick pinning combination kicked out at 2. Thinking tilt-a-whirl. Hurricane Rana sends Summers out. And a drop kick to boot.
Houston using that quickness and agility to his advantage. Ollie no slouch either, but definitely Houston's definitely got the speed advantage on him.
And those long limbs too, better for moves like Hurricane Rana's because you're able to grip. You have more length to get the grip and send your opponent over.
Absolutely, and I think it is correct to say that Houston Hendricks has a little more power in his legs and in his arms, but still.
Well, he's built like me. If I had an extra 20 pounds of muscle, and I can confirm it's all in the legs.
All right. Oh,
now sent up and over is Ollie Summers. Meets him in the midsection. Going underneath, crawling literally. Going for a high stack pin, gets the 2. Hendricks misses. He has to stop the pin. And you know what? That's a good veteran move because Hendricks has probably never experienced anything like that. What do you do when your opponent just starts posing in the middle of the ring? He hesitated, and it cost him.
He got into Hendricks' mind there for a second with a little bit of showboating. Even though he didn't complete the whole Culture Shock pose, he still got into Hendricks' mind just enough.
Just enough.
To get that opening. You're right.
And Hendricks' chest is going to be red and swollen for the next fortnight or so.
Oh, absolutely. And Danny O'Ryan getting tagged in, finally showing what he's got on this. Uh-oh.
Hendricks escapes and makes the tag. And in comes Maxwell Wentworth for the first time all night.
Absolutely.
And both of these guys just so quick.
Absolutely. Amazing competitors, fantastic athletes.
I mean, look at this.
Just the raw display of technique on display here. I just said displays twice.
I mean, these guys, they ate their Wheaties this morning.
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness.
Look at that kick. A flash kick and enziguri as well. Double drop kicks, and no one is coming out the better of it.
Both men with some kicks to be admired.
And some respect earned from both of these competitors.
Some respect or some showboat or some shit talking. Who knows? Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, things getting a little rowdy. Both teams both in the ring at the same time.
And we've got a shoving match now, and it's breaking down quickly.
Uh-oh. Into a brawl. JC not even counting, not really sure what to do, but he's got to get back and control this match somehow. Ooh. Oh.
Oh, he took it as a challenge.
Who's got the better slap? The legal men
slapping
on the illegal men.
Summers and Houston don't want to be part of this, though.
They don't. They're not the legal men in this match right now. And they both go.
No, it's a competition now.
Oh, I see. Uh-oh. Oh my. Oh no.
Oh boy, and Wentworth almost hitting his head on the top.
Ooh.
There's a Hurricane Rana.
Sends Houston to the outside, And then Wentworth's own sends Ollie out. Oh, man.
And it's coming down to Danny O'Ryan and Maxwell Wentworth, who are now trading blows in the center of the ring.
Just the mind games in addition to the who could do your move better games. Ooh.
Going a little bit low. Soul butt to the midsection. O'Ryan now. Hook in the head. Thinking suplex. And Wentworth floats over. Pushes into the corner. Double team offense now. And here comes Houston.
Here we go. Generation Fortnite about to fly. Oh, God.
The slam. The drop kick. Can they get that #1 victory royale? Not yet.
5 minutes have
Not
gone by.
quite.
5
It's
minutes.
not been enough offense yet. Oh, my gosh.
It's only been 5 minutes. But you have to imagine Generation Fortnite, every time these two incredibly athletic competitors get into the ring, where are we dropping, boys? The answer is that Culture Shock is getting dropped. And now Wentworth pulling up Orion. Goes for the tag again. And now it's Culture Shock in trouble. The pendulum of momentum has shifted towards Generation Fortnite.
I don't think that's their official team name.
We're going with it. We're going with it.
I don't know if we should. I don't think they'd be too happy to listen back to the broadcast and hear us call them Generation Fortnite all night.
What, you don't think they'd enjoy this?
I don't think so.
Well, we hope that you're enjoying this show so far here. AAPW Heatwave live on multiple streaming sites, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, or otherwise. We hope you're enjoying the show. Don't forget to engage with us on social media. You can find us everywhere.
Ooh.
As it looks like Orion is trying to create some separation.
Danny O'Ryan using Maxwell Wentworth as a weapon against Houston Hendricks.
And finally, Ollie Summers tagged back in.
Here we go. Back in now in their own home corner. Looking at Hacks get their own double team offense in. Oh no!
Oh, look how slow the back rake is. Oh, and he rubs it in.
Oh,
Oh no!
like a cat on your favorite piece of furniture, just absolutely wrecking Hendricks' back.
Oh, a scratching post.
Oh my goodness. Is that legal? I don't
No,
think that's legal.
it's not, but and another back rake, but if JC Garcia allows it, like we said in the last match, as there's another it's like he's tearing down a stuck zipper.
I don't know. I don't know if just the straight like quick one or just the multiple like mega scratches. I don't know which one's worse. Dear God.
Oh. You know, JC Garcia is allowing this, as we talked in the previous match. When you have championship matches, referees tend to allow more because they do not want to see it end in a disqualification.
A DQ finish is not something you want to see in a title match. Champions will it'd be such an easy out for the champions. It just is such a disappointing finish. So no, you're right.
It's up to referee discretion. And right now, Houston gets the boot up. Houston Hendricks fighting his way out of the corner. Summers can't get to him, rolls through. There's the tag.
And here comes Wentworth.
Maxwell Wentworth is immediately turned inside out by Culture Shock.
I figured Wentworth would have had the advantage for a second. As
Slingshot senton leg drop.
Brings it down hard, and Wentworth is down in the center.
Man, Danny O'Ryan with some innovative offense. When was the last time you saw that?
Been a long time. Been a long time, that's for sure. No. I would have thought Hendricks would have given Wentworth the advantage after taking some strikes to Danny on the corner there. Revenge for the back rakes, I'm sure. But it was not enough yet.
Huge chop, and now Wentworth. Well, he's looking like he's gotten run over by the battle bus. And Culture Shock heating the crowd one more time, they say.
They are. They're definitely working Wentworth good in their corner there. Oh, no. Ollie wetting up the palm.
What a chop.
Oh, Houston has had enough, but
and
no,
Garcia,
the referee stops him.
Like we said, referee discretion.
Uh-oh.
What do you see as more flagrant? In his mind, he decided Hendricks took priority as Wentworth able to kick out.
Indeed.
That's the problem. You got two people breaking the rules. Who are you going to go after?
You know,
it's a spur-of-the-moment decision, and it's up to the referee.
It is. There's just as much mind games going on between the competitors as there is the referee himself. He's got a lot to juggle when there's 4 different people in the ring all vying for control of one another.
10 minutes have gone. 10 minutes have gone by.
Sometimes you have to wonder if maybe for tag team action you should get 2 referees out there. Just have one keeping an eye on each.
You know, it's an idea, but I feel like it'd be a little too much clutter, a little too much going on.
Jawbreaker there from Wentworth trying to create the separation. Summers comes in. He got the tag. He is the legal man. Sends him outside.
Oh.
And a big boot to Houston Hendricks as well. Now it's Summers.
Here we go.
And
Oh!
a PK on the apron.
God, the sound of that kick.
Right to the solar plexus of Maxwell Wentworth. That is right where your breath is stored in your body, and all of it was taken out of him.
Boot on flesh reverbing across the arena as Wentworth's lungs just emptied out from that devastating kick.
And an assisted suplex just gets a 2. That was a 2.9 if there ever was one.
Hey, that's my line. But yeah, you right.
And now Ollie Summers having to think, what do I have to do to put away Maxwell Wentworth?
Indeed. What more can he take? What more does he have to do? Now Wentworth getting his second win, getting back in this. Now it's Wentworth's time. Uh-oh.
Tried to go for the short arm lariat, pushed off into the ropes. Sidewalk slam, turns him inside out.
Ooh, I spoke a little too soon, I guess. Sorry,
A tilt-a-whirl slam from Ollie Summers. And now he's trying to rally the crowd.
And it looks like some of the crowd members are behind him. The crowd apparently torn between these two teams. Who do they want to take away the belts?
And there Summers completely misses, and Wentworth takes advantage of it. He's dazed. He's taken plenty of offense himself as a short arm clothesline sends him down.
Yeah, Ollie definitely didn't expect Wentworth to get up that quickly, but Wentworth got up just in time, saw that he had an opening, and took it. Now he just has to make it to that corner.
Summers dazed. He didn't quite connect. Wentworth was not where he expected him to be.
Had to take a second to recollect himself. Oh, Houston taking a moment to take Ollie out as he... Oh, my goodness.
And here comes Houston Hendricks. Coming off the ropes, a jumping lariat sends Summers down onto the ground. And he is pushed off of Orion onto the ropes. Fireman's carry, torture rack.
Oh, no.
Flips out of it.
Oh.
And a rolling elbow.
Oh, that hard strike. Rocked Hendricks good.
Danny Orion is a fierce competitor in his own right. Hendricks ducks down. Tilt-a-whirl DDT!
Oh, beautiful reversal by Hendricks there into that DDT. Oh,
just a 2.
Oh, my goodness. Danny's still finding it in himself to kick out just in time, too.
Well, Orion had not taken punishment in quite some time. He was not the legal man for a good while. He had time to get a second wind, and so Hendricks is going to have to punish him some more to put him away.
You're right. Hendricks also had time to recover. And now Ollie and Wentworth on the edge. Oh, and Ollie
Summers
tagged himself in.
And makes Hendricks eat a big boot.
Looks like we're about to get more double team action from... Uh-oh.
Package bomb! A package pile driver.
Oh,
onto the fireman's carry, culture shock.
Oh, no.
That will turn your neck into sawdust.
Looks like we've got... Oh, nope, never mind.
They break it up. This one's still going.
I didn't think Wentworth was going to get out in time, but he just managed to pull himself together and get that freaking kick out.
A fireman's carry neck breaker, a package pile driver, and Houston Hendricks still has it within himself to kick out.
Oh, I know.
Regardless of the result, I think your question has been answered, Garrett. I think Houston Hendricks is championship material.
Oh, absolutely. He's got that belt for a reason. That's what I've been saying. It's only been a matter of time before people finally start to realize that.
And now Summers, standing alone in the ring, tags in Orion.
All 4 men, absolutely brilliant competitors, just taking each other to town. H-Town, A-Town, D-Town, every town they can think of. Tilted Towers even.
I'm running out of Fortnite references, I have to be honest. If there's a super kick, I don't play the game.
That was the only one I had, so don't worry about it.
Fair enough. Stunner!
Ooh.
Stunner!
Oh, and another!
And a second stunner, and Ollie Summers is stunned. Orion.
And one super
with
kick.
With a super kick, bouncing off the ropes.
Ooh!
And a leg lariat sends Houston Hendricks down.
Oh, my gosh.
And the action is coming at a breakneck pace now.
It's just double strike after double strike. These teams just going to absolute town on each other.
I think they both realize how little each has in the tank, and they want to leave everything out there in the ring. They realize this is their time. And the Rainmaker is blocked, so Hendricks has to try again with the backbreaker.
Oh, my goodness.
Rainmaker, backbreaker. Now here's Wentworth. Double arm overhead suplex.
Oh,
Hendricks up to the top.
He's going
with
to
the
fly.
splash. Where's he dropping?
And
right on
that's it.
Orion
And
to
your
retain the
winners at a
championship.
time
There
of
we go.
15 minutes. Houston Hendricks, Maxwell Wentworth, still AAPW Tag Team Champions.
One hell of a match that rocked all 4 men to their core, but Wentworth and Houston retain their titles once again. No one has anything to be ashamed of in this one.
No, sometimes a good loss is better than a bad win.
Absolutely.
And Culture Shock walking out of here, well, they'll be able to walk out proud, but even more proud is Maxwell Wentworth and Houston Hendricks, who have retained their AAPW Tag Team Championships. And like we said, there is no doubt in anyone's minds, 16 or not, they deserve to be here.
Oh, absolutely. Both men have proven their worth, paid their dues, done everything they need to do to show why it is they're the ones with the strap right now.
Ollie Summers and Danny Orion back to the back with their battle scars.
Pretty good display of respect there, too, taking a moment to give Houston and Wentworth that ovation.
And you know what? I just want to put this out into the ether while I'm here. Houston Hendricks, 16 years old and able to perform like this right now. Imagine where he's going to be when he's 26.
Oh, absolutely. Just nowhere to go but up, if you ask me.
Houston Hendricks and Maxwell Wentworth, remember the names for years to come. Could be the 2 next biggest things coming out of Austin.
Absolutely. I don't doubt it for a second. Not for a second.
AAPW, this is a school that has produced talent like Jordan Grace, Allie Catch, Ricky Starks, Raquel Gonzalez. There are stars that have come through those curtains, and we just saw 2 future stars going through them.
Next week, June 4th, this very building. Already one huge match announced earlier by Papa Don, and more will be throughout the week. Just follow us on social media at official AAPW or just on officialaapw.com. But now it is time for our main event of the evening. And it is for AAPW's America's Championship. This bout is scheduled for 1 fall with a 25-minute time limit. Introducing first, the challenger. From Austin, Texas, weighing in at 180 pounds, he is the Law, Lawrence Patello!
Lawrence Patello says if at first you don't succeed, try again. He did not capture the AAPW America's Championship in his first time out. He has been told by Papa Don, this is your last chance.
Absolutely. He's a man with a lot to prove. One of our better competitors here at AAPW, a man to be admired, looking to make a name for himself by finally dethroning CJC as AAPW's longest reigning America's champion and looking to crown himself as our next worthy champion.
The Law, hoping to dethrone a 9-month reign by the Canadian trapper CJC, who will be coming out next. Patello currently coming into the ring. And almost tripped on the second rope. I don't know if that bodes well. He might be nervous. I mean, you have to imagine being told this is your last chance for this championship. That's got to be wearing on his mind right now.
There's a lot going through his head right now, and how to get into the ring is probably not priority number 1 at the moment. You can't count him out yet. He's going to give CJC everything he's got, and both of these guys are going to have to bring 200% of themselves in order to walk away with the championship in this one.
So you're saying this should have been a tag match?
Sure. Yeah.
200%, that'd be 2 people.
Let's clone the boys and make them fight each other.
The champion. He is the longest reigning and defending AAPW America's champion. Hailing from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Weighing in at 200 pounds. The Canadian trapper, CJC, Kane, Jean Cartier!
stepping through the curtains, accompanied by Culture Shock, CJC, the only Canadian ever to be cheered in Texas.
Yep, the Canadian.
And with good reason, too. He has held on to this championship for 9 months. The Canadian Trapper has proven himself to be an excellent technical wrestler.
Let me tell you how things are running here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Felix Rogers, the Fabulous Flyway. I was told, even demanded by the current America's champion, CJC, to cast this match. Because he said, in quote, he wanted someone who really knew, who could really portray to the audience exactly how he was going to beat down Lawrence Patello and how he's going to make sure this man was never going to challenge for the America's heavyweight title ever again.
Well, this is his last chance. As thank you, Felix Rogers, for coming in at the very last moment. CJC, a formidable champion, and it is his match to lose.
Absolutely. You know, he's sitting here at 260 days as America's champion, the longest reigning in the title's history, and that's competing with a lot of Texas's finest talent who have held this belt before him. So to hold it, you know, as long as he has is a testament in its own right. But again, Lawrence Patello, a man, no stranger to gold himself, former social media champion, but in all of his conquests against the America's champion, be it CJC, be it Steve Orino, he has come up short every single time, and this is make it or break it for him. You know, one more loss, and it's kaputs.
And that's why Patello playing to the crowd. He wants the confidence. He wants to know that the crowd is behind him. But we've got a split crowd here. I mean, CJC, very popular in his own right.
Mm-hmm. It's a weird enigma. You see it all across the wrestling universe, right? You have someone like CJC who comes in who, you know, ever since he won the belt, you know, he's done some nefarious deeds in order to make sure he's been America's champion for as long as he has. But in recent months, you know, he's kind of switched up his style a little bit, and the APW fans have taken kind of a liking to it.
But here's Patello forcing CJC into the corner. Will we get a clean break? Looks like it. Good sportsmanship.
Yeah, clean break. You know, showing. Yeah. Patello's a rough and tumble kind of guy, big scrapper. But I mean, he's always definitely, you know, you're not called the law and you don't abide by the rules.
Yeah, exactly. He's got to lay it down. He's got to portray it. As now he is forced into the corner, and a clean break from CJC as well. So some mutual respect here. I mean, they did battle once before for this very championship.
Yeah, I believe this is I might be off. This might be their third meeting for the belt. So
it is their second. I've been told.
Second. All right.
This is their second meeting, but maybe that's playing in CJC's favor. He doesn't feel like he has to go for an unclean break because he says, "Look, I beat you once. I can do it again." Yeah,
absolutely. And for someone who wrestles the way CJC does, he's a very technical, very counter-intuitive wrestler, a counter wrestler too. You know, he'll figure out what your go-to moves are, and he will have a way around them. You know, and
he watches the tape.
Absolutely.
He studies.
Student of the game, as they like to call it. You know.
So now CJC taking his time, getting back into the ring, but Patello still really without a scratch as this match is started off slow. Looks like they're going to feel each other out, collar and elbow tie-up. Patello immediately going to the arm. Probably a smart place to target. I mean, that is, if you're a technical wrestler, you are using your arms for the majority of your offense, as demonstrated there with the reversal by CJC.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's smart of Patello to do that. Obviously, you know, you are going to have to beat CJC at his own game. But yeah, you work those arms. You know, CJC's won by a lot of his most recent title defenses with a myriad of submission moves, a guillotine choke, rear naked choke. You know, he's even gone to his dungeon lock as well. So, but all of those pretty arm-centric. You know, you wear down that arm strength. You know, those holds aren't quite as impactful, and you might find your way out of them, which is a saving grace in a championship match like this.
And now a sharpshooter for the Canadian. No, as Patello able to battle over to the ropes and get away just in time. As CJC, look at him. He says, I was that close. I was that close.
Yep.
You got lucky.
Absolutely. I mean, look, Patello knows as well as anybody how dangerous CJC submissions are. So he knows that even getting put in one of them could be the end of the match. And for everything that he's culminated to, everything that he's built up to this, for it to be gone, not even 5 minutes in, being caught unawares, it's tragic to say the least.
And Patello has to know that. He has to be on the top of his mental game at all times because it could come out of nowhere. It's submissions. You don't necessarily have to wear someone down to get the victory as long as you can inflict enough pain in a short amount of time. You're just trying to inflict as much at once, whereas power moves really is something you got to work on throughout a match. So Patello knows this, and he will have to be very careful. Full Nelson now employed by CJC. Ducking down is Patello, rolls through with a pinning predicament, just a 2 count. But look at that. You were that close. Turnabout is fair play.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's nothing that drives a man, that motivates a wrestler more than it does desperation, Patello's already a man who will fight when backed into a corner, but even then, as he finds himself in the corner, but unfortunately eats a big ol' Enzy for it.
Enzigiri, now CJC lines him up for the lariat. Lined across the neck. Patello meets him in the opposite corner.
5 minutes have gone by. 5 minutes.
And here we go.
And that's exactly what Patello wants to do, is allow zero separation as he comes across the sliding elbow.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for every diabolical and efficient submission hold CJC has, Lawrence Patello has a good old right hand to back it up. So
the long arm of the law, perhaps.
Couldn't have said it better myself, honestly. Absolutely. The strikes are a very key part of Patello's game, and those heavy hands are what I think gets him to the big dance like this.
And now CJC snatching the arm on the way out, kicks him right in the head.
Oh, and there you go, using that apron to his advantage.
Facebuster, which I don't know if you knew this, but that is the hardest part of the ring.
I've been told that once or twice, actually, yeah.
Just once or twice. That is the hardest part of the ring, the apron. That's where the metal beams are that support the wooden planks underneath the canvas. And now going to the back is CJC. A little bit more striking than we're used to seeing from him. A very cocky cover. He's not getting a 3 count from that. That's to prove a point.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes the mental game's just as good as the physical. You rile up somebody who is very passionate in his style, like Patello is. You could force them to make a mistake and put them in susceptible positions where you can give them big chops like that.
Massive chop to the chest of Patello as CJC. He is asserting to the AAPW crowd, no, I am the law.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, oh, here we go. Reversal of fortune, perhaps. Oh, one of his own by the law.
Like we said earlier, turnabout is fair play and an overhand chop to boot. Running for the shoulder tackle. Pushed off and steps up to the knee to the face.
Yep, stunned CJC here.
And nice. An overhead vertical suplex.
Good extension on that. Got him up and over with ease.
And the law cannot put him away just yet.
Yeah, that was a good burst of offense there. I think really the first kind of strides that Patello's taken ahead of CJC. And now it's, ball's kind of in his court. Let's see if he can keep this momentum going.
And look at that basement drop kick from CJC, lining up the shot. And a Shining Wizard to the back of the neck, held up against the ropes, goes for the cover. Only a 1 count, although I will point out that CJC's foot was underneath the ropes. That would not have been a legal pin anyway.
Right, absolutely. Technically constitutes a rope break there. You're absolutely right. Good eye, but, unfortunately, even Patello was still able to get his shoulder up. Either way, job not done quite yet. CJC immediately going back to that chin lock.
Chase verdict on the other side, so he may not have been able to spot it. But now he is taking the law and attempting to handcuff him.
Yeah, there you go. Just wrenching those shoulder joints, trying to pull a couple things out of place there.
That is a vicious surfboard stretch there from CJC. Turning around is Patello. Working his way back up to his feet. elbow, a strike, a kick, going for the midsection, and the swinging neck breaker.
Nice. That's signature move there of Patello's arsenal, but only a 2 for the time you can see frustration. Like I said, Patello's a very, very passionate man in and outside of the ring, and you can see the emotions already starting to well up here.
Passion will only get you so far. If you want to be a champion, you have to be able to measure your passion. You have to keep your emotions in check. And instead of getting frustrated, you got to go right back at it.
Here we go. Oh, big
backbreaker.
Yes, sir. Go Canadian-style backbreaker there.
Powerbomb position now, up on the shoulders, torture rack perhaps.
Yes, sir.
Drops him right back down, drives his back into his own shoulder blade, does devastating damage, but only gets a 2.
Yeah, nice combination there by CJC to try and bring himself into this match, but they're tit for tat on resilience here. Both men finding it within themselves to kick out.
And once again, this is our final match of the evening here on AAPW Heatwave. We thank you so very much for joining us over the past 2 hours and 23 minutes. And joining us here on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, wherever you may be finding it. And CJC disrespectfully holding the head down as he made the cover. I think now CJC is realizing that this may be a tougher challenge than he may have anticipated.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he kind of in their initial meeting, he always seemed like he was half a step ahead of Patello, but now I think a lot of his old stuff. Okay, well,
he's going for a Canadian Destroyer, but a back body drop from Patello instead.
I mean, look, I would assume every Canadian has a Canadian Destroyer in their arsenal, but to say I would ever see a CJC go for it, I'd be a bit remiss. But here go these backhands from Patello.
And now he's going for the dusty punches. Followed up some shake, rattle, and roll. No, guillotine rolls through, maintaining the guillotine the entire time. Patello wisely getting off of his shoulder, so it's not a pin.
Yeah.
But he is in desperate straits right now, as he is in mount, except for the fact that the guillotine choke firmly applied here by CJC.
Yeah,
this is a devastating blood choke, not necessarily for the air, but for the blood, but he is able to get out of it, does Patello.
Yeah, Patello able to sneak his way out. Yeah, that could have been the match right there. He was kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place. Shoulders down into the guillotine, you get counted for a pin, but unfortunately, you roll your opponent to your back and you find yourself in an even worse position.
Blood chokes make you pass out extremely quickly, and he drop kicks the referee. Chase Verdict just got destroyed.
Yeah, I think Patello is aiming him up. He does like to employ that Busaiku knee in some of his matches, but CJ Steele still has a little bit of that devious craftiness in him. Pulls a Chase Verdict in the way, and unfortunate. Picked him and gets
suplex.
Dumped on his head with a massive German. Oh, and he kicks his head off too.
As well. But there's no ref. He's screaming, "Get a ref out here!" But it's going to take so much time. Here comes Trevor Blue, just a 2 count. The lack of the ref prevented that from being a 3.
Yeah, absolutely. The 24/7 champion, again, pulling quadruple duty here tonight, running in here to count the pin, but unfortunately, you're right. Too little, too late. Patello able to get the shoulder up.
And I also want to point out that Warsaw was hanging out back here. As soon as Blue ran out, I saw him run out of this room as well. I think he's still in title hunt.
I believe it. I mean, I saw the look on Warsaw's face, and it was not a kind one when he lost that belt to Trevor Blue earlier in the night. But
and the Russian leg sweep now from the law. Patello kips up.
Could be seeing a harken back to his days as the refereeing the patented 3 count from Patello. Has got him lined up in position.
And CJC back up to his feet.
Oh,
spine buster.
Yes, sir. I saw it coming, felt he was in straights, and now big old sky high spine buster gonna spin him over. What's he got in mind here?
Well, CJC stalking the law. His opponent taunting him, brushing the boot up against his face. He wants to be in control, and he wants Patello to know it. This is Patello's final chance to win this America's Championship. CJC has held on to it for 9 whole months, the longest reign in history. He's thinking for a Canadian elbow, sliding down in repeated shots.
Yes, sir. Giving the law a taste of his own medicine. A 3 count from CJC here.
Here comes suplex. No, Patello blocks, tries to reverse it, and he turns it into a hanging guillotine.
Oh, there you go. A big response of defiance there from Patello, catching CJC in his own guillotine.
Like we said, all match, turnabout is fair play. Patello now with the arm wringer.
Oh, wait, hold on. He's got his fingers. This is a CJC classic, about to get even more of a taste of his own medicine there.
All right, let's quiet down. Let's hear it if he's able to pull this off.
Oh!
That'll dislocate a joint or two.
Absolutely. Oh, my goodness.
CJC with the flatliner. Jumping flatliner takes Patello down.
Both of these men taking each other's respective books and ripping page after page out of them. Cover.
Patello kicks out, and by the way, Chase Verdict still down after that devastating drop kick. You see it at the bottom of your screen right there.
Oh, he got absolutely domed by that. I mean, there was I would still be down there on the floor too. I'm not going to lie.
That might have killed me. I'm going to be honest. I'm fragile.
Ooh, jawbreaker there by Patello.
CJC's jaw is not so fragile. He is still on his feet. Patello off against the rope. CJC as well. Catches him from behind, thinking rear naked choke from the looks of it. If he gets the body scissors, this would be over, but he is letting Patello fade from his feet first. Patello fading.
Oh,
Super kicks the second ref. We need a third out here.
Oh, lawbreaker. Hold on. Big opening for Patello into the cover.
The lawbreaker. There's no ref. 2 refs down. That's 5, 6. Keep counting. And frankly, wise of CJC just to stay on the mat. No reason to kick out if there's no ref. Get your strength back. And Patello clearly frustrated. I mean, he is a former referee. He could have counted it himself. We got to get JC Garcia, the final member of the referee corps, out here.
We've got a limited number of wonderful men in black and white stripes on our payroll. I mean, if JC's out, I don't know what we're going to do with this.
15 minutes have gone by. 15 minutes.
But now, with no one to hold on and keep the law, this is breaking down into a fist fight.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, these look, no refs are not going to stop either of these men. They're just going to, be left to their own devices at this point, which might be even more dangerous than just a regular officiated match.
And they're going at it. Both men fired up with these repeated shots.
Oh, and there's that sky-high spine buster from Patello.
An Albert bomb from Patello sends CJC down. And both men have the opportunity to regain some of their senses, get some wind back. There's still no ref, no reason to go for a pin.
Yeah, you could see Patello almost instinctively try to cover until he realized that, yeah, there's no one here to count the pin, no one to determine who will be America's champion at the end of this match.
So it's just time to deal some damage. CJC up to the top.
Oh, I think he's got a guillotine locked up top there.
A guillotine, he is forced off. Patello still going up to the top rope. Avoids the drop kick.
Oh, okay.
Eats a big boot. CJC right back to the choke. Now he hooks him up for a suplex. However, attempts to reverse it into a final cup, but he is just so winded. He could not get it in properly. Both men have taken so much damage right now that it's understandable if you can't quite hit your moves right.
There we
go.
So
he tries it again. Oh, there it is.
On point there. Greetings from Toronto by CJC. Again, that could do it right there.
2, 3, 4, no ref, 5.
And now with these referees down, both of these men at separate points have won this match, and there is no referee to be found.
This match could have been over a while ago for either man. I mean, it's almost a shame that Patello is in his final attempt to capture this championship, because with a performance like this, I mean, proving he's gotten the 3 count, that should indeed qualify him to compete for it again.
Absolutely. Rolls in through. These men switches on each other. CJC breaks the hold, kick to the gut.
And now CJC brought back by Patello. Back body drop. But CJC powers up right back to his feet. The Canadian Rage.
Oh, lawbreaker!
There's another lawbreaker. The second one. Still no referee, but he goes
for
the cover.
Hold on, JC Garcia coming in.
2, 3. The reign is over.
260 days have come to a crashing halt. For the first time in a long time, I think we have the privilege to say this. A new American heavyweight champion has been crowned. And I mean, what a man for it to go to the lawman himself, Lawrence Patello, so many tries, so many efforts to claim this belt, and after an entire wrestling career chasing it, he's finally gotten hold of it.
Lawrence Patello once had the stripes on, handed championships to others. Now it is his turn to receive. Knocking down CJC, ending a 9-month historic reign with the America's Championship. And now the law is at the top of the mountain.
Absolutely incredible work there. You can see the emotion pouring out of Lawrence Patello there. And I think this title, I think, means more to him than it means to a lot of people here, especially for these fans here at AAPW. People who've been coming here have seen Lawrence Patello go from one of his first matches as a referee to his first match as a wrestler. AAPW's fans have been following Patello's career from day one. So to win something like this in front of an AAPW crowd, AAPW's highest honor, I mean, this has got to be, really full circle for him.
You deserve it. Chants the crowd here at the AAPW Arena, and they are 100% correct. An incredible performance by Lawrence "The Law" Patello tonight. And we thank you so very much for joining us here for this entire 2.5-hour show of AAPW Heatwave. Sam Gelfand here, your play-by-play broadcaster, alongside Felix Rogers currently, as well as Dan the Man and Garrett Schultz.
Absolutely. Very, very talented team we've got
here. And here comes his daughter with tears in his eyes. With tears in his eyes, Patello holding the two things he treasures the most.
Yeah, incredible.
Let's give it up for Lawrence Patello!
And so, on behalf of all of us here on AAPW Heatwave, thank you so very much for joining us live tonight. Have a very good night wherever you may be.
See, we're just about to leave the booth. Hold on.
No,
second.
hold on your horses. Here is Warsaw. Warsaw, he wants his title back. Trevor Blue is getting wrapped up into the slam.
Oh, the Warsaw way has been dealt to Trevor Blue, and we have a new 24/7 champion.
And dude, 24/7, 365 champion, Warsaw.
Well,
a bit of a false finish from us, it seems.
Yeah, Warsaw capitalizing off of the opportunity there, and
well, it was a short-lived reign for. It was a short reign for Trevor Blue, just about 2 hours, as he has lost the 24/7 365 championship. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms to see who could get it next, because you know that people are going to be competing for this for quite a while. And now, as Papa Don takes us out, for real this time, have a great night, everybody.
All I
Thank
gotta
you.
say is, what a crazy night, right,
on
guys?
AAPW Heatwave.
We're back up here next week, June 4th, right here at the AAPW Arena. We got 7 big matches on the card. You don't want to miss next Saturday right here. Guys, for those watching on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, our production from here in the ring, to all the fans here at AAPW, thank you very much for coming out. Thank you for watching at home. We'll see you at the matches. Good night, everybody.